Thanks to Only Derps for my sub gift. Elveira.
Oops, I forgot I put my mic on the floor. Alright, we should be good now. I'm floating! Why am I floating? Wait. Okay, there we go. That's better. Alright. Excuse me, what was that for? How rude. That's a little rude. Hello, everyone. A good morning, a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. No matter what time it may be, I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday so far. Oh my goodness. Yes, I actually made myself a bowl of pasta. My feta pasta that I showed on stream yesterday that I made. And so, yeah, I wanted to eat a little bit before I started packing. But yeah, I have my mic, or my mic, I have my food on my tower right now. Excuse me, oh my gosh. And then I have my my mic on the floor since I have my bowl on here. Eat fast! I took like one bite and I'm getting phlegmy. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me go ahead and take my lactate. Okay, give me 1 second. I need my lactate. Hold on. Oh. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put more water into my wallet. Oops, I am like all over the place today. Trying to, you know, set up for the packing stream and then make my food, but then eat, and then today's gonna be a short stream. I'm so excited! I'm so nervous! I'm so excited! Oh my god! I'm gonna touch grass! I'm gonna be doing 1 year's worth, or not 1 year's worth. Or I don't know. It could be. This is like my annual grass touching. You know. Hi, Gretchy. Are you stocked up on lactate? I got a box. I just put in like 3 sheets, and 3 sheets has like what, 8, 10? I don't know how much there are, but yeah. I did like I put a bunch into my bag. I don't know if I should put more. I was thinking about putting the whole box worth as well, but I was like, whoa. Elle, remember, you're just going to be there for 3 days. So I should be okay. I should be okay, Gretchy. But thank you for asking. I really appreciate that, you know. I love you or something. Gretchy's so sweet. Gretchy and Silver are so nice. They said that they have like lactate just in case I forget it. And I'm just like, oh, that's really sweet, you know. It's the stuff like that, like consideration like that, you know, when it comes to like friends that we're just meeting up and hanging out with every once in a while, really means so much to me. I'm just like, what the heck? I'm touched. But yeah, if you guys don't know, I'm going to TWITCHCON. I'm going to be away, starting officially in terms of like stream date wise. I'll be away from the 16th until the 21st. And so, yeah, I'm going to be going to TWITCHCON. Yippee! I'm so excited. I have so many things that we're going to do. So many friends that I'm going to meet up with. And I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. I'm so excited. It's the 10-year anniversary for TWITCHCON as well. It's been confirmed that we're going to get wristbands and badges this year. There's going to be, yeah, a lot of fun stuff. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I was just like, oh. It didn't hit me until now, actually. I was just like, whoa. But yeah, apparently there's like a partner party as well. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go to the partner parties. Maybe at most I'll go to like the partner lounge, but even that, it's like you can't do +1 for partner lounge, and so I'm just like, what the heck? Oh my goodness, Axolotl, you're nervous too. I'm packing alongside you. Yes, for anyone that is, you know, packing with me, please feel free to pack alongside me. I know that packing can be very stressful. It can be very, you know, anxiety inducing. And so I wanted to do like a little packing stream so that we can pack together exactly for that reason. And so, yeah, if you guys want to pack with me, you can pack with me. I don't really have like a packing plan except for just make it fit. Okay, it's a little more organized than that, okay? I mean, I have it laid out. Like, I have little, like, packing cubicles. You know what I'm talking about?
LY Peak, long time no see. Looks like you're also going to TC Alvedink Dong.
Oh my gosh! Is that you, Mike? Oh my gosh, it's been 84 years! Oh my goodness, it's so nice to see you, Granny. Hi! Oh my gosh! How have you been, Mike? Long time no see indeed. I'm so excited to see you pop in. How have you been? Oh my goodness, thank you so much for that resub. At 53 months, I hope you enjoy your emotes as well as your sub badge. Welcome to the tea shop. I hope you enjoy your stay as a tea bun. I am going to TwitchCon. I'm freaking out inside, but I'm so excited. But I'm freaking out still. Oh my goodness. But yeah. See, hi Cian. Hi Nimby. Hi Savvy. Konbanwa. Hello. Oh my gosh, we also have Luzo. We have Twirly. Hi Twirly. Can we get a shout out for Twirly and Gretchy, please, by the way? Take me. Yeah, okay, Twirly, I got you, okay? Alright, I'm gonna give you a bike, okay? So that the bike is at least faster than walking by legs, okay? And then you'll be there maybe before Halloween. For those that don't know the context. So we were just talking about it, right? And then at some point we figured out, okay, if Turley were to walk to TwitchCon, because it's expensive, right, to fly to TwitchCon. And so we're like, okay, if you walk to TwitchCon, okay, it's officially 21 days non-stop if you walk. And so we're like, okay, Turley, yeah, if you decide to walk to TwitchCon, I'll see you next month. I'll see you in October. But then, you know, we were just like, okay, maybe next year. We can do next year, you know? Next year we'll do a TwitchCon maybe again. And maybe some more friends can meet up with us. But yeah, there's some friends that really want to see Twirly as well. And so they were asking, they were like, why is Twirly not going to be there? You know? Why are these people not going to be there? And then, you know, I was just like, it's expensive, you know? Not everyone can afford to go to TwitchCon right now. And they were like, walking's free? And I was just like, oh my god, you did not just say that. You did not just say walking is free. I was like, oh, okay, all right. But yeah, I told Turley that. I told Turley the information about how it's 21 days to get there from Texas to San Diego, you know, roughly. And I was just like, oh, wow, people actually calculated that on Google Maps. I was like, okay, yeah, if you're ever curious how long it takes you to go from state to state, just Google it and you can see that it takes you this much amount of days walking wise as well. Yep. Yeah, I'll be at TwitchCon. Hi Lexus, come get a shout out for Lexus as well, please. Hi Lexus. Yes, I highly recommend Lactate, especially if you're like me, you know, and you enjoy dairy, like your life depends on it, even though you're lactose intolerant. It's very nice to not feel pain from eating dairy, you know? There's dairy in cheese, there's dairy in milk, and then with that there's boba drinks that have both cheese and milk. And so yeah, it's nice to have Lactate, by the way, is like this pill supplement that's supposed to help you have like 30 minutes of lactase, I think, whatever enzyme it is that breaks down the milk enzymes. And so yeah, it's supposed to help you be able to consume dairy again for 30 minutes, you know? Hi, Reading Koalas. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Mod Rocker. What boba has cheese in it? Cheese foam. Usually it's cheese foam that they have on boba. It's this really nice tasting foam. Kind of gives off like that cheesecake taste to it if you've had cheesecake before. It's really good. I also thought it was kind of weird at first when I saw it, and I was like, oh. But no, yeah. It has like, it's like cheesecake combination when you have it with tea or boba. Yeah. Hi, Savvy. Good afternoon. Hello there. I need to take a bite of my food. Wait, let me take a bite. Let me show you the feta pasta I made. You guys want to see? I showed a picture of it on stream yesterday. I made the TikTok feta pasta like 2 days ago, and so it's been like our meal prep for the week before TwitchCon. Look. I love how it turned out. I was really happy about it. Oh my god, that picture is so zoomed in. Hold on, let me shrink it real quick. I'm shrinking. I'm shrinking. Oh my gosh, Mike, are you going to TWITCHCON? I'll be at TWITCHCON, but I don't have like an official meetup with any company. It's just gonna be, I'll be at Cess's table on Saturday specifically in my Miyabi cosplay. And so I'll be there to like say hi if people want to stop by on Saturday at Cess's booth. But yeah, that's like the only quote unquote like official meetup day. And then for anyone that does want to stop by, if you're at TWITCHCON, I do have boundaries/rules. And so I will put those on Twitter and in Discord as well as on Blue Sky. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if you guys do want to say hi to me. But I do have rules, okay? Look at my pasta! I zoomed in because I didn't want to have any reflective, you know, dinnerware in the picture. But look, it looks so good. It's the feta TikTok pasta recipe. So it's like you have a bunch of like cherry tomatoes, and then you put the feta block in the middle, and then you season it with like olive oil with some, you can do like thyme, you can do oregano, salt, pepper, anything, chili flakes. And then after that, you bake the cherry tomatoes as well as the feta. And then from there, I think the only prep that I did for the meal, I think the most I did was, all I did was just chop up garlic and chop up shallots. And then everything else I just like popped into the baking tray. And then afterwards, I strained the pasta and then waited for the feta and the tomatoes to be done. And if you guys want to know, it takes like 40 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And so it's really easy, very simple. You just pop it in, you leave it in, you don't think about it. You can set a timer if you have a timer on your oven. And then afterwards, you mix up all the cherry tomatoes, the feta cheese, and you throw in some basil if you want some basil like I did. And then you put in the pasta and you just like incorporate both together. It was so good. It was so good, so easy, so simple. Definitely faster than the... Oh, I actually don't know, because I like quick and easy recipes. And so this one, like the feta pasta, as well as the mille-feuille, those two are really fast. The mille-feuille, you just kind of, you know, you put into a pot, you arrange the meat and the cabbage and the mushrooms and all that jazz, and you don't think about it for like an hour or two. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have recognized my pattern when it comes to cooking, but I like simple recipes where you just like pop it in, the ingredients, you leave it, and then you come back to it later and you're like, wow, it's done. Yeah. Very simple, very easy. And like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot in terms of the proportion size. And so it's, you know, it can last for a week if I want to make it last for a week. But yeah, this is my pasta that I made, like I said, and I've been eating it for dinner for the past like 2 days. And then we've also had some like Caesar salad as well for some greens. And so yeah, that's been like our dinner. Yeah. Of course, y'all can have a bite. Yes, I made it. Yeah, I made it myself. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I don't think it's that difficult. I've made other recipes that take me like an hour of prep, and then you have to cook it for like 2 hours. And so yeah, this is simple, at least to me. In my eyes, if I can just throw ingredients into something and just leave it be, that's simple to me, you know? If it less prep time is better for me. Do you sun-dried? No. So all you use is cherry tomatoes, any cherry tomatoes, and then you pop it in, and then you just let it cook. It's better to have it be fresh, because if it's fresh, it produces like the juice, you know, when it's cooking in the oven. And so that juice helps to make the cheese more liquidy, right? So that you have a sauce. If you don't have this, the juice from the tomato, it's not going to be as saucy for your feta cheese. Oh, and like the feta cheese has like a crust on it too when you bake it. Oh, if you ever had brie, or if you've seen like brie, it has like that crust, you know? It's kind of like that. Oh, it's so good. I recommend it. 10 out of 10. Very easy, very simple, very nice. Big smart. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Hi, Elliot. The fewer dishes, the better. Yes, I don't mind doing dishes. Dishes that is actually one of my chores that I don't mind doing. Like if we're talking about least favorite chore, my least favorite chore, which I don't do that often, which I'm very grateful for, is taking out the trash. I hate taking out the trash. Oh my God, I hate it. Cause I don't know, I don't like it, you know? But thankfully, like I said, I don't really do it that much. Usually it's Shen that does it. And so I'm like, okay, thank you. But there are times where I do it, you know? And the whole time when I'm tying up the trash, I'm just like, and then I have to like take the trash to the trash area. I'm just like, ugh, disgusting, nasty, ew. And so I hate taking out the trash. But like I said, I don't mind washing dishes because I just use gloves. I like using gloves, you know? And so with my gloves, I just wash dishes and I don't touch it. As long as I don't touch it, I'm okay. And so yeah, I just wash dishes. And I don't mind washing dishes. I'd rather do washing dishes than cooking. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't mind cooking. I have fun cooking here and there. But if it's between cooking or washing dishes, I prefer washing dishes any day. I hate doing dishes. I hate folding laundry. Honestly, I'm so annoyed more about cleanup after cooking. See, for me, I like to cook and clean up at the same time if possible. I usually try to clean as stuff is cooking. And so, for example, it's like if something is baking, like the feta, then I'll be washing whatever I used to make the prep, like the washing, or not the washing board, the just like the, you know, like utensils, any tools, any boards that I use, right? And so yeah, I do that so that after dinner and stuff, the only thing that is really left to wash is like the pot or the pan or the dishware that was used to eat the dinner, you know? So that way it makes it not as daunting to wash dishes, especially after having food coma. It makes it simpler, at least to me. Cooking's fun, but then after you're done eating and you're left with everything you use, it's like, nah, that's for the dishwasher. You know what kind of bugs me about cooking? There are times where I've cooked a meal and then it takes me like forever to cook it, right? And then I sit down and I eat it and it's gone in like 5 seconds. Okay, not 5 seconds. I take forever to eat, but it's gone in like what feels like a short amount of time. And I'm just like, oh man, you know, you spent so long cooking it and then you eat it and you're like, oh, that's it. And so, yeah, I'm just like, sometimes in those moments, I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather wash dishes than cook. But I'm okay with cooking too. You know, like I don't mind cooking and I don't mind washing dishes. And so, yeah, I can do both. I don't use black nitrile gloves. So for me, when I cook, I usually use like the Korean plastic gloves. They're like plastic, and you see a lot of people in variety shows eat them when they're eating stuff like chicken feet or chicken wings. And so I use those gloves whenever I cook. Like for example, if I'm making meatballs, I'll put on the plastic gloves and just like mix it and then throw it away. And so that's what I use. And then when it comes to washing dishes, I have like latex gloves. Or not latex, they're like are they latex? They're just like the regular cooking gloves that you or washing dishes gloves that you wear. And so I use that for washing dishes. I have a pair for cleaning and stuff when I do clean, you know, cleaning solution for the kitchen and whatnot. And so yeah, I love gloves. I don't like touching things directly with my hand, nor do I like washing my hands like all the time, since I wash my hands a lot in general already. And so I like using gloves if I can, so I don't touch stuff directly. I don't like germs. I don't like it. Me no gusta. No me gusta. Me when I make dumplings. Oh my god, yes! When I used to help my mom make dumplings and you had to like fold it and then you eat it in like 5 seconds, I was just like, man, that took forever for what? But it was good though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really grateful that Mom Beer taught me to, you know, how to make dumplings. The happiness I get from making my own food does not equal the length it took. Right? Like sometimes I'll have more fun making the food than eating it, you know? I'm just like, wow, cooking with mama, but real life. And then afterwards, I'm just like, oh, it's over. Yeah, the ones that don't fit super well. I use latex gloves whenever I am doing hand cam streams, but I don't like how tight it feels on my hand when I'm cooking, you know? Because sometimes I just need to pop my hand out real quick to, you know, like wash my hands or something, or I'll pop my hands out to do something. And so I'd rather have something that I can just take off, put back on, take off, put back on easily. Like for example, with the feta pasta, you know, we were actually having the Caesar salad with some rotisserie chicken. And so as the feta was cooking, you know, I was shredding some chicken to put into the Caesar salad for some extra protein. But I don't like touching the chicken with my hands, you know? And so I remembered I was shredding the chicken with the gloves, and then I had to check on the pasta. And so I took off my gloves for a second to go check on the pasta. And then after the pasta was checked on, I put my gloves back in. And so it's very simple, very quick and easy. Latex gloves, you can't really just take it off without having to use like a new set of gloves. And so for me personally, I recommend the plastic gloves since they're easy just to take off. Yeah. I do wash my hands. I said I wash my hands too much. And so if I can, I will try to avoid washing my hands more than I need to, because it dries out your hands a lot. Hence why I always talk about my hand lotions, right? I always talk about using hand lotions because my hands get really dry from all the hand washing. And so like this right here, I don't know if you can hear it. Wait, can I you can kind of hear it. What if I tap on the case? That tap, 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 tap. That's my hand cream that I have at my desk because my hands are so dry, so dry. Yeah, the prepping of the ingredients and the dough rising, yeah, etc, etc. Yeah. What do you mean ashy hands? See, you were hearing what you want to hear, okay? Both times. First, I said that I wash my hands too much. And you took that out of context and you're like, you don't wash your hands. And then now I literally said I use hand cream all the time. And then you said, don't let me hear your ashy hands. I'm like, ma'am, are you listening? Are your ears open? As my mom would say back in the day, you know? My mom used to be like, are your ears open? Are you listening? And I'm just like, yeah, they are. No gusta. Hi, Butterfinger. Welcome on in. How you doing today? But yeah. Oh my god, my cheese solidified. No, my cheese. My cheese. Oh, it's my hand cream. My Kirby hand cream. Look. You can't really hear it because my mic has a lot of noise suppression. But this is my hand cream right here. Yeah. I was trying to tap on my hand cream so you guys can hear it. I have hand cream in my bag. I have hand cream on my desk. I have hand cream in my other bag. Not dry Vera. I moisturize, okay? I moisturize my face. I put on lotion after I shower. I put on hand cream. Okay, all right. I put on sunscreen. All right. I'm very moisturized. All right. I don't like to be dry because when it comes to dry skin, it's really annoying, you know? Like I have chapstick on all the time because I don't like dry lips, okay? I don't like ashy elbows. I always put, you know, lotion, like I said, after I shower on my body. And then it's kind of weird. So on my leg, I have like, I feel like not eczema, but there's a patch that I used to have when I was younger that kind of felt like eczema. And so that patch was always a bit more dry than the other parts of my leg. And so I would just, you know, put lotion on it whenever I can for my entire leg. And thankfully, it seems like it's been, you know, a while since it's popped up. But yeah, I have like a weird patch on my leg that I'm just like, is that eczema? But our family doesn't have a case of eczema, and so I don't know where it popped up from. But I was like, okay. Yes, so for me, I like body lotions that are not scented. And so for me, I just kind of go with the tried and true or true and tried brand of Nivea. Nivea, you guys might know, is the brand that a lot of chapsticks or lip balm is from. But when it comes to their... Oh no, not Nivea. I use... Oh my god, hold on. My brain. I'm mixing up brands right now. Hold on, back it up. Elveira is mixing up brands. Not Nivea. I use just Vaseline. It's the Vaseline brand. It's the same brand, once again, for lip products. But when it comes to Vaseline, Vaseline has ones that are very lightweight, but they're also very hydrating. And so for me, I personally use the extensive hydration one. But if you don't want one that's like as intense wise, I recommend the nourishing one, which is more... It's still moisturizing, but not as thick as the one that I have. The one that I have right now is more so for like autumn and winter, because my skin gets pretty dry in autumn and winter. But I'll link you the one that I have. And then there's another brand that I recommend too. That's actually my preferred one, although it is a bit more expensive. And so do keep that in mind. Okay, so let me recommend y'all some body lotions. Okay, so the one that I'm currently using is this one right here from Vaseline. Okay, so this is the one that I use right now. Like I said, it's a bit thicker for autumn and winter months. And so if you want one that's not as thick, like it's a bit lighter in terms of feeling wise, I recommend this one. This one is still Vaseline, but it's a different texture. And then if you want another brand that's a bit more fast drying, right? I recommend Eucerin. Eucerin's a really nice brand when it comes to body lotions as well. Because once again, I like to go for things that are not scented. I like to go for lotions that are not too moist because I don't like the feeling of lotion on my body. And so whatever is able to absorb faster and quicker and feel lighter, I highly recommend it. And so for me, my all-time favorite body lotion is this one right here. But like I said, it is a bit more expensive. And so if I don't find this one or I want to save a bit more money, I'll just go with the Vaseline one. Because Vaseline one, as you can see, comes in like a bundle pack for roughly like about the same price for almost like one bottle. And so yeah, I recommend Vaseline and Eucerin for body lotion if you like products that are not scented, as well as a bit more hydrating, but can also feel lighter. Yeah, those are the ones that I use. Nivea does have body lotions, but I haven't tried Nivea yet. But yeah, Vaseline and Eucerin are the ones that I use. Not sponsored, by the way. Just giving you guys recommendations for the ones that I use. Oh, I have seen Dove products, but I haven't used Dove products, at least in terms of lotions. But I do use Dove products in terms of my body wash. And so I don't know if that matters, but I use both Dove body wash as well as Vaseline body lotion. And so both are very hydrating. Because I feel like with other body washes that I've used, they kind of strip the moisture from your body. And so Dove I've used very religiously throughout the years. Like my mom and I are all about Dove body wash. And so for that one, it keeps our body pretty hydrated even without body lotion. I just put on lotion just to kind of give it the extra moisture, you know? I think that's fine. Yeah, I'll use the second one. Yeah, that one's like the holy grail, you know, for Vaseline body lotions. I use the Nivea one. Yeah. I feel like if it works on your lips, then it's sure to work on your body, you know? But yeah, I don't use Vaseline actually for my body or for my lips. I use Burt's Bees because my lips, I found out, are very sensitive to lip products. And so when I was younger, when I would use like lip balm that had artificial stuff put into it, it would make my lips get really itchy. It would have like an allergic reaction. And so for the past like 5 years or so, I've stuck with Burt's Bees for my lip balm just because it's all natural ingredients. And so that does not make my lips get itchy, you know? And so yeah, if you guys want something that's also not scented and is all natural, I recommend the Burt's Bees. Just like beeswax lip balm. It's not scented. All it has is vitamin E and peppermint. Yeah, that's what I've been using, and it has not made my lips get itchy. Thank goodness. I use some Japanese lotions too, since they aren't... Yes, I use Japanese hand creams. Japanese hand creams are my favorite because of that exact reason. They're not thick, they're very hydrating, and they are very fast absorbing. And so, yeah, I always recommend Japanese hand creams if you want hand creams. Because I feel like a lot of American hand creams are just very, like, moist, you know? Like, sure, they keep your hands hydrated, but then your hands are like... It feels like you have a film on your hands for, like, hours, you know? And so I really recommend, hand creams from Japan or Korea or China. So just Asia does their hand creams really well. They know what people want when it comes to hand creams. I swear by Lush Sweet Wild Orange Hand Balm and Helping Creams hand cream. When I was in Colorado, it was my saving grace against the lack of humidity. Hi, Zena. I've never actually tried stuff from Lush before. I've been inside Lush, right? And I've seen Lush stuff, but I've never gotten Lush. But thank you for the recommendation. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, I don't like Vaseline for the lips. I know some people that swear by Vaseline for the lips. I just never really tried it outside of the cherry one. I tried the cherry one before, but I don't like touching my fingers directly onto the tub. And so for me, I just personally choose like sticks, like lip balm sticks, because they're more hygienic for me. And not sticky. I don't like getting my hands sticky. No worries, Hado. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope work goes well. Thank you, thank you. Oh, she's an Aesop girly. Okay, Sin. Okay, fancy. Aesop smells so good. Like, I remember we went in there to smell it, and it's so good. But it's so expensive. It's too expensive for me. I'm just like, you know, I'm okay. But it's really nice, though. Aesop, I feel like, is it's like if we have a guest room in the future, I would love to have like Aesop soap as like the guest hand soap, you know? And so that way when guests come over, they can like smell the soap and they're like, oh, that's good. Because for us, actually, we stayed over at a friend's place and they had Aesop soap. And I was just like, that smells so good. It was my first time smelling Aesop soap. And I was just like, what the heck? And then same thing too. Our friend Jason also really loves Aesop as well. And so every time that we have friends that have like Aesop products, like hand cream or soap, I get so excited. I'm just like, can I have a bit of your hand cream? And I'm just like, ah, I'm just like, wow, it smells so good. Yeah, the Resurrection hand wash. I forget which one that that Jason had, but it was really nice for the hand cream. But yeah, I love Aesop, but it's a little out of budget for me personally. Like if I go to the let's look at the hand and body, okay? If I go to their hand and body cream section, okay? Let's see how much it is here in the States. I don't know if it's like as expensive elsewhere, but here in the States, if you want to get a hand cream from Aesop, it's $48. $48! 48 USD! I was like, that's crazy! For a body balm, which also duels as like hand cream, I was like $48. Oh my god. And then if you want to get they have like perfumes as well, right? Perfumes. Let me see. Like if you want to get the not perfumes, the hand soap. Okay, the hand soap from Aesop, $46. 46. Our soap, $5. I just like we bought the Myers hand soap for $5 for a bottle. I was just like, yeah, in this life, I'm okay without going for $46 hand washes, you know, or hand soap. I'll just stick with the $5 one from Myers. Oh man, but that's why though. That's why whenever friends do have like the hand balm or like the soap, I'm just like, oh, can I use it? And I'm just like, wow, this is so nice. I'm just like, I get to live life, you know, with Aesop for a day. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? Like for me personally, I feel like $5 hand soap from Myers, for example, smells so good. And I'm okay with that. Like growing up in my household for my family, like we just had $1 bottles of soap from the dollar store, you know? And so even spending $5 on dish soap or hand soap, I feel like is still expensive. And so I remember when I saw Aesop prices, I was like, yeah! I was like, oh my God, it's so expensive. What do you mean? A bottle of soap is $46. And then for the hand cream, it's $35. So yeah, it's a little cheaper than the body balm. But yeah, for me, I was just like, yeah, it's a little out of my budget. But, you know, maybe in the future, you know, it's like people talk about it. If I win the lottery, I won't tell anybody, but there will be signs. You'll see me having, you know, Aesop hand wash bottles in every bathroom. But yeah, it's really fun though. It's really fun when I do get to use it. I'm just like, you know, it's really cool. I'm just like, wow. You know, to be able to have Aesop in your life, I'm just like, Jason, I was just talking about it. I was talking about how whenever you come visit or we visit you and you have your like Aesop hand cream, I'm just like, can I have some? And I'm just like, whoa, it smells so good. It smells so nice. I am calling Jason rich. If people use Aesop, I'm just like, dang, you're rich like that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, you know. Like if you're able to afford luxury products, I'm just like, I'm jealous, you know. If anything, I wish I could afford it like that. Next time, tell her, no, you brokey. And you think I'll have a problem with that? Derby, I've been called poor since I was in elementary school, okay? Like, I remember I had a friend over, right? Like, she actually came over to hang out with us. And she said, will your clothes look like that? And I was just like, oh, because back then when it came to clothes, like, we were so poor that the clothes that I wore at home were essentially clothes that my mom made out of like random fabric that she found for cheap, you know, at Chinatown. And so she would like make pants and make shirts for us that she would knit together, or not knit, she would like sew together, and then she put in like a rubber band elastic waist for the pants. And so that was like our home clothing every day, all day, every day, for as long as I can remember, up until like middle school, I think. And so I remember there was like one girl that came over one time that my mom was okay with me having over, and she looked at my clothes and she was like, what is that? What are you wearing? And I was just like, oh, it's my clothes. And she's like, your clothes? And I was like, yeah, they're my clothes. So yeah, ever since then, you know, I'm used to it. If people call me poor, I'm just like, go ahead. What was that bad? You know, that's just a statement. But I will say though, you know, like we're not as poor as we used to be, which I'm very grateful for. Like, you know, we've come a long way, and so I'm very lucky for, you know, how much we've come in terms of like my family, in terms of like me being able to make my own money now. And so I'm very grateful. And I think that's why for me, like I still live pretty frugal, but sometimes I live too frugal to the point that I don't think about like, oh, you know, I'm not in that like survival mode anymore. And so, you know, I do treat myself sometimes to things that are a little bit more, as people would say, like not luxurious, but a bit more on the like pricier side. But yeah, well, not boba. Boba I think is still relatively affordable, even if it is kind of expensive for some places. But for example, like for hand creams, you know, for hand creams, I'll treat myself. I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll buy this like $10 hand cream. It's expensive for hand cream, but it smells so nice, and you know, it's really nice to feel in the hands. I use it every day, and so I'm like, okay, I can validate a $10 hand cream. But I will say for me though, in terms of like soap, I'm like, okay, I feel like for soap, if I were to get $46 soap, that would be for guests. I wouldn't feel right using it on myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel okay spending money on myself, except for like my hair. But when it comes to like spending money on other people, I'd rather spend it on money like for people. You know, I'd rather give gifts to people, like give gifts to my mom, or give gifts to my dad, or to my brother. And so, for example, I'd be okay with like buying $46 soap for my mom, but not for myself. You know what I mean? Like for me, I don't care if I use $5 soap. And so yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'll spend it on them instead of on me, type of thing. My mom used to make me and my brother matching clothes. Me too, with my brother. Yeah, Elveira and I would match all the time together. Yeah. Hi, Butterfinger. Welcome on in. Thankfully, I'm the only guest in my bathroom. I do that for my mom too. Mom gets the expensive Korean skincare. I'll take the next tier. Okay, yeah. For me, I feel like when it comes to skincare, I do treat myself as well. Like that's another thing I treat myself to, because skincare I see as something that I'm investing into for the future. You know, like I'm investing now into prevention as opposed to like remedy later on, which could be more expensive. And so with skincare, I'm okay with investing into too. But when it comes to stuff like for example, like with food, you know, I'm not gonna lie. For me, if it's really bad, but if need be, I know food is like sustenance, but I could go like the bare minimum when it comes to food if I had to. You know, like I told myself, I was like, if I had to, I could live off of like $5 soup bowls like every day. Which is not good, okay? Nutrition is very important. And so thankfully with Shen doesn't let me do that. He wants me to make sure that I eat my proper nutrients and have my protein and all that stuff, you know? And so yeah, Shen keeps me accountable. But yeah, if it was like me by myself, I could live off of like a college diet, which is not good. Yeah, he does want me to be healthy, you know? Yeah. Yes! Okay, so actually, so thanks to Mod Rocker's donation yesterday, I did pre-order Pokemon Legends ZA last night. And so by the time that I'm back from TwitchCon, I will be playing Pokemon Legends ZA. But yeah, a huge thank you again, Mod Rocker, for the donation for Pokemon Legends ZA. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I did pre-order last night, and it'll be here by the time that I'm back. And so we'll be able to play Pokemon Legends ZA on Tuesday when I'm back. But unfortunately, I saw that they have like badges for people for the weekend. If you guys gift a sub or if you subscribe to somebody that's in the Pokemon Legends ZA category over the weekend. And so I will not be streaming over the weekend because I'll be at TwitchCon. And so unfortunately, I won't be able to give that to y'all as an opportunity. And so I'm so sorry, chat. But if you guys are going to be... Yeah, if you're watching Derpy's stream over the weekend, you can get yourself a badge with the associating starter. I think Chikorita is on the 16th and the 17th. And then for the other two, I don't remember. All I cared about was Chikorita because I love Chikorita. But yeah, if you want Chikorita, Chikorita is the first one on the 16th and the 17th. If you gift or subscribe to somebody that's streaming in the Pokemon Legends ZA category. Yeah, I'll be streaming on Tuesday. I don't have a team planned. Usually when I play Pokemon, I don't plan out a team just because I kind of want to go in and see what Pokemon I run into. You know, very story canonical wise, right? Living out my Ash Ketchum dream. And so Chikorita I will choose as my starter, but I don't really have any other Pokemon that I want except for Mega Gardevoir, since Mega Evolutions are a thing in Pokemon Legends ZA. So Chikorita and Mega Gardevoir, but that's it. How about you, AG? Do you have any? Is that how you pronounce your name, by the way? If I'm not pronouncing it correctly, let me know. But yeah, do you have any Pokemon that you are going to choose for your team? And that goes for everyone as well. Like, if you guys are also going to be playing Pokemon Legends ZA and you want to tell me about, like, what team you have in store, let me know. Hi, Orange Soda! No, not the soup store. There's a lot of places that do soup, you know? Like, back on the East Coast, we had Wawa, you know? And with Wawa, they have soups that you can just get. Like, I remember they had clam chowder, they have chicken noodle soup, right? And so there are places like that here on the West Coast too. Not Wawa per se, but there are places that do soup. Like, for example, if you go to Whole Foods, Whole Foods has soup. They have like a whole salad bar. They have rotisserie chicken, right? Same thing too if you go to Costco, if you go to Trader Joe's, right? They also have soup ready. I'm gonna eat my food. I'm not eating it. This is why I don't eat while I stream, because I start talking too much. Oopsies. But yeah, today I'm gonna be packing with y'all on stream. I'm gonna mostly be packing the clothes, and then I'll be doing like all the smaller stuff afterwards. But yeah, I need to figure out how to put my clothes together. I haven't started yet. I was supposed to yap and eat, but I've been yapping and not eating. And so, yeah, I haven't been doing anything for the past like hour. Oopsies. I was supposed to eat first. Ha ha ha. Ah. Let me get another lactate. Wait. I forgot. It's been an hour. Lactate lasts for half an hour. I've been talking for an hour. And I took my lactate at the beginning of stream. Ah! My lactate. Okay. I have my lactate. Yeah, I'm not trying to, be in pain before TwitchCon, Okay, I have my lactate. Captain Sawyer!
Elviflower.
Hold on. My tea. Captain Sawyer, thank you so much for that resub at 26 months. I hope you enjoy your emotes as well as your sub badge. Welcome to the tea shop. I hope you enjoy your stay as a tea bun. Can we get some sub love and some sub hype in the chat, please? For Captain Sawyer. Oh my god. Actually, I bit into my food and then I was like, wait a minute. It's been 30 minutes. This has cheese in it. I'm gonna die if I don't take my lactate. Oh, Meganium, Pidgeot, Malamar, Garchomp, Gengar, and Clefairy. Okay, you're going for the Mega Evolution team. Okay, okay. Or I don't know if Meganium is gonna have Mega Evolution yet, but dang, a lot of them have Mega Evolutions. Oh, Garchomp was your ace in Scarlet. I'll see how... Yeah, I feel like I'm more of a wait and see type of person too. I'm gonna wait, see how I build after I see the Pokemon in-game. Hi, Yellow Rain, welcome on in. I'm gonna eat my cheese. This is a big piece of cheese here. Wish me luck, chat. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. You know what's funny? So I have feta cheese in here, but we also have mozzarella balls too. And so I put like a tiny mozzarella ball into my bowl. And so I microwaved it. And so it's like mozzarella cheese with the feta cheese. And so it's like double cheese in my pasta right now. Not good. A little risky, but also tastes really good. God, I love cheese. I love cheese. All right, I'm almost on my food. Then we can start packing. Okay, let me do another bite. Mac and cheese? I didn't make mac and cheese. I made pasta. I would not put mozzarella and feta into mac and cheese either. But I made pasta. I made feta pasta. And then I just threw in some mozzarella since I wanted it to be a bit cheesier. But that's my pasta right there. It's not mac and cheese. I haven't made mac and cheese in a while, actually. I know mac and cheese is a kind of pasta, but I don't think about mac and cheese when I first think about pasta. Like if I say pasta, I think more like that type of pasta. Whereas mac and cheese, I just think of it as in like... I just think of it like a typical mac and cheese with a... What do you call that pasta? Or that kind of a noodle? The macaroni rolls? Well, yeah, I think more about like Italian pasta when I think of pasta. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm a slow eater. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I take small bites because I have a small mouth, but then I'm also a slow eater. Oh, God. I get so stressed out when I'm eating on stream. Oh, God. I'm eating. Oh, my gosh. I'm gonna feel so bad for the weekend if we go to places to eat and I'm like the last person eating. I'll bet I'm gonna be the last person eating every time at every, you know, place that we go eat with friends. I'm gonna be the last person eating because I take forever. And then I could do leftovers, but I don't know. I don't think we're gonna eat leftovers that often, you know, since most days I feel like we're gonna go out and eat. And so, yeah, I took forever to eat, man. I'm just like, why? Why is my belly so tiny, but also food so good and me eat so slow? Why? Did you hear a team of Italian food scientists won a prize for their research into the perfect cacio e pepe? I did not know that, but I love cacio e pepe. I don't know, every time I see it, I gotta say it like that. I think because our friends is it like that, and so every time I hear it, I'm just like, cacio e pepe. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Oh yeah. I'm usually eating when people are chatting. You would think I'm chatty when I'm out with friends, but no, I'm really shy. I'm really shy. And then after like a little bit of chatting and stuff, or if someone breaks the ice, like how Derpy did, by calling me short, as soon as he met me in person for the first time, then I can start talking. But for the most part, if the other person's shy and I'm shy, we're not talking in terms of like yapping for a very long time until there's like a third party that breaks the ice, you know? Hence, for example, when Twirly came, you know? I mean, actually, no. For me, I feel like, so when I first met Nina, I feel like when Gretchy came, I already met Gretchy before. And so because I was familiar with Gretchy, she kind of broke the ice for me in terms of like making me feel more chatty in the situation with Nina. And then I feel like with Twirly was the one to like break the ice for everybody, you know, because it was Nina's first time meeting all of us. It was my second time meeting Gretchy, and then for Twirly, it was her first time meeting all of us too. But Twirly is like a very extroverted introvert, and so when she's around people that she's familiar with, she is very chatty. And so yeah, when Twirly kind of came into our group of friends meeting, it really broke the ice for us. And so for me, it's like if the other person's an extrovert, easy. That breaks the ice for me. But if we're both shy and we're both introverts, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a little bit, you know? G-Pound! I just streamed for the first time and it sucked. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Streaming can be very, you know, stressful, and it can be very anxiety-inducing. And so I hope that maybe in the future you can have fun streaming. I feel like if you have like a friend or if you're playing a game that you really enjoy, then it can help with the nerves. But yeah, I've heard that, you know, first streams, and I've done that before too, right? But I was very lucky. I feel like my first stream was lucky since I did have people that came by, because I didn't stream to stream. I streamed because people wanted to see me do raids in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And so I stream for the raid purpose. But yeah, if you have something you enjoy, or if you have a friend that you can call to hang out with you during your streams, it can really help out. But congratulations though, G-Pound. I think that's something to still be very proud about. You know, even though it sucked, it's still such a big milestone to do your first ever stream. And so I hope you enjoyed. Maybe, not now, but in the future, you know, you think back about it and kind of, you know, maybe be able to laugh at it, be like, wow, that was my first stream. Yeah, congratulations though, G-Pound. I'm proud of you for doing your first stream ever. It's daunting. It's very daunting. I get that. Yuki does the same. In terms of what? Like breaking the ice? I appreciate your extroverted introvertedness helping break the ice. I know, right? I feel like with Gretchy and I, when we first met, it wasn't really... Okay, we met in a very unconventional way, okay? When I met Gretchy for the first time, she saw Shen pass out. So, yeah, that's not typically a lot of people's first meetings, you know? And so, yeah, let's just say she saw Shen pass out from heat stroke, most likely. And so he passed out in my arms, and I'm trying to like hold him up. You know, this like 4'11" girl trying to hold him up. And yeah, that was her first meeting with me and Shen. But yeah, that broke the ice for sure. You know, if there's something to break the ice, that definitely broke the ice, you know? And so after that, we went to Annie Road together and stuff the next few days. And we were just like, wow, cool. Oh my God, you want to go shopping together at Artist Alley? Let's do it. Yeah. So yeah, Gretchen and I don't think I ever felt that, yeah, that level of shyness with her, because once again, she stumbled upon me when, yeah, Shen passed out from heat stroke, most likely. Or not heat stroke, but from heat exhaustion, I should say. Hi, Night Wolf. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? No break ice, only break glasses. Yes, yes. No, exactly, Silva. That's what I mean. You know, it was supposed to be like your typical just like meet up with each other, casual, like say hi, you know? But no, they witnessed Shen passing out. I was just like, help! Because it was so just to kind of, I don't want to go too in detail, but essentially, we were at like a night market, you know, and Shen's family, like his parents are in front of me, you know, and Shen passed out from heat exhaustion onto me because he was facing me because I was trying to tell him that, you know, Gretchen and friends are coming over now. But when he passed out, and if you guys never experienced this before, when someone passes out, it's dead weight. Like it's all dead weight, because if you don't know, like when someone's conscious and they're lying on you, there's still a bit of weight that they're supporting themselves. But when someone passes out, it's like dead weight. And so all of the weight in their body goes onto the person. And so I could not hold him up. I have no upper body strength, one, okay? And then two, when I am lifting, I can lift like 10 pounds. I can lift like 10, 20 pounds. So definitely not human weight, you know? And so I was there trying to like hold Shen up, and I'm trying to get his parents like, help, he passed out. And his dad turns around, right, looks at me, and is like, what's going on? I'm like, your son is passed out right now on me. Please help me. Please help me, sir. Please. And so they just looked at me like I was crazy. And then he woke up, you know, after we were able to like sit him down. But oh my God, I don't understand how they didn't see the panic in my eyes, because I was panicking, you know. And then I looked over, because at the same time, Gretchen and friends like came up as well, and they saw me, and they're like panicking too. They're like, "Is he okay?" And I'm just like, "Help me!" and then we laughed about it. We laughed about it afterwards, you know, because we were just chatting about the whole ordeal and how crazy that was. And now it's become a fun story. We're just like, yeah, remember the first time we met? Shen passed out. But yeah, that definitely broke the ice for us for the first time that I met Gretchen. I think Wapo was with you too, right? Was it Wapo and you, or was it Diego? Was it Diego with you? I can't remember. Oh, it was Wapo. Was it Wapo and Diego? Oh, Wapo. Okay. Yeah. How did Shen react when he make your... So he... let me tell you. He... I can't go into detail about it because I don't want to dox anything. But let me just say, he was so exhausted. Like, he was overworked that day. And he just found it ridiculous that his parents didn't really pick up on the urgency of the situation, you know? He was just like, yeah, that sounds like my parents. And I'm just like, yeah, they just had no sense of urgency. And then, you know, he also thinks that it's funny too when we think about the whole situation with how Gretchen and Wapo were just like, is he okay? Is he okay? And it's Gretchen's first time, you know, meeting us. And so, yeah, we laugh about it. It's been a while now. So it's more of a funny story, you know, and more of like a, I can't believe, you know, that happened sort of thing. It is stressful. It was stressful. Yeah. But I feel like, you know, in a way, like the silver lining is that because the situation was so stressful, you know, it was a really good icebreaker story to talk about afterwards. And then the one with you know, where Twirly chased us around the car, and then Gretchy broke her glasses because she slammed into the door of the car. That broke the ice for sure, you know, amongst us girlies because of how crazy that was. And then what else? Oh, Derby calling me short, you know, at the airport broke the ice as well. What else? Let me think. No, Gretchen did not have a spare. We had to take her to a glasses place, and she had to get them repaired. So yeah, no spare. Yeah, nothing like stressful situation and trauma bonding. What else was there? Yeah, I would say for the most part, when it comes to like extroverts talking to me and meeting me for the first time, I'm pretty fast to open up to them, because extroverts, you know, they're not shy. Or some extroverts are shy, but for the most extroverts that I've met, they're not shy. And so the moment that I meet them, they talk to me just like how we talk online. And so I get real comfortable real fast because it feels exactly the same, you know? But when it comes to fellow introverts, I think we're both like hesitant about the first meeting. And so we're just like, hey. Like Nina and I, we talked about it before, but Nina and I, right? Nina is like hiding behind the hallway wall. You know? And there's no really place to hide in a hallway, you know? And so she's like behind the hallway wall. And then for me, I'm like at the door, just like standing there, right? And then Shen and Derpy are just like chilling on the beanbag, you know, already comfortable with each other. And to be fair, Shen had already met them. But for me, it was my first time meeting them. But with Derpy, I was like already comfortable chatting and stuff. But Nina and I, we look like that. You know that hamster behind the soda bottle? Yeah, that was like the both of us. Except I had no wall to hide behind. So Nina's like in the hallway. I'm at the front of the door, like the entrance, standing there. And we're just talking to each other like that. We're not sitting down. We're not closing the gap. We're just talking to each other in the hallway and at the entrance. Derpy and Shen are just sitting there in the living room, like in that same room on the beanbag. And then Derpy was like, what are you guys doing? And I was like, we're talking. And he was like, you guys want to sit down? So yeah, that's a prime example of two introverts meeting each other for the first time. We're just like, hey. And then we went to go out to get some food actually that same night that I first flew in. And so we went to go get food, but I couldn't eat comfortably because one, I really am nervous about eating around people in general. And then I'm even more nervous on top of it because it's our first meeting. And so I barely touched my food. I was so hungry, but not at the same time because of how nervous I was. And so I didn't really touch my food. Nina didn't really touch her food. And then it wasn't until we got home and then we are back to the place that we're staying at. And then we kind of just started playing card games. Like we played What Do You Mean? And then we just kind of felt more comfortable from there. Weaklings, the dinosaurs of H, y'all. Yeah, they would have. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Is that a problem? Okay. If you think about it, there's a lot of people that would not survive in the age of dinosaurs. Okay. I wear glasses. That already puts me at a disadvantage. Okay. If I had no glasses, I'm gone. I would be lost against dinosaurs. Like it would take me so long to realize that there's a dinosaur coming my way up until it's like hands width distance, like arm's length distance, and I would die. Yeah. I'm the extrovert. I relate to that. I just nonstop yap. And that's amazing, Mike. Bless you, okay? You are amazing. You don't know how much introverts appreciate you guys, okay? Introverts would not be able to converse as comfortably without extroverts being there to like guide the conversation, okay? All right. I love that extroverts love chatting so much because I like to chat too. It's just that I'm really shy about starting the conversation. And so if someone starts the conversation, I'm like, all right, Pandora's box has been opened. I can talk now. Yes. That's why I always do that example, you know, like I appreciate extroverts that adopt me. Because the extroverts that adopt me, I'm just like, thank you. Thank you for making it easier on me. I need to eat. My lactate's running out. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. 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 No uppies. No. I hate uppies. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. That was the last bite. Okay. No uppies because you don't know how many people have tried to give me uppies in the past because of how like my size, right? Because I'm small and tiny, and so they're like, "You want uppies?" And I'm like, "No, no uppies. What am I, a cat? A dog? I don't want uppies. No." I might drink my tea, and then we start packing. Yeah, packing! Woohoo! Even with consent, I don't want uppies. I have a fear of heights, okay? No uppies. If I was like a dog or a cat, I feel like I'd be the dog or cat that does not want physical affection. I'm like, get away from me! Don't touch me! Yeah, I am. I am about to pack. Yeah. Gretchen said she's gonna pack too with me, right? She might have already started packing though, because I have been talking for like an hour and a half. But yeah, Gretchen said she's gonna pack with me. And then we have a few people in chat that I mentioned earlier too that they're also gonna pack with me too. And so we're gonna pack all together. The thing is, I need to figure this out because I don't have a lavalier mic. And so I didn't think about this. I can't really pack while holding my mic. And so I'm gonna try my best to pack while I hold my mic up in my hand. If I had like an arm mic or a mic arm, that might be like a little easier, but yeah. Okay, I have my backpack. Ew, my cords are getting stuck on the backpack. Why? Yeah, one-handed packing. Yeah. This is the new board game, okay, y'all? One-handed packing. Yes. Okay, I have my charger. I have my... Oh, I'm gonna bring an Instax printer. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but Instax printers are essentially Polaroid printers. And so if you don't have a Polaroid camera, it's really nice because if you take pictures on your phone, if you connect it to the printer, you can actually print out Polaroids of pictures that were taken on the phone. And so I'm gonna bring that for the weekend in case people take pictures and they want me to like print it out or something. I don't know how much film I have though. I have a cartridge in here, but I usually use this for journaling because I like to print out pictures and put them in my journal. But I have my Instax printer. I charged that last night, and then I have the Instax charger. Wait, no! Wait, what the heck? It just printed my film! It printed something out! Wait, why did it do that? It's not supposed to print anything unless I connect it to my phone. Man, this is like 50 cents right here. Oh man. I'm sad. It does take normal Instax film. Yeah, it's the same film you use for Polaroids. If you have some, Silva, it's okay. I don't care if it's expired. If you have some, I would love to ask for it. I can pay you for it if you want to pay you for it too. -1 film. Oh man. I have a friend though. There's a friend that asked for a Polaroid of me in my Miyabi cosplay, and so I know I'm gonna get that for her. She was like, "Oh, can I ask for a Polaroid of you in your cosplay?" And I was like, "Me? Okay, yeah, sure." I was a little shy about it though. I was like, "You want a cosplay of me in my, or a Polaroid of me in my cosplay? Okay." But since, you know, she asked so nicely and she's been so sweet, I was like, okay. I won't say who it is though, in case they don't want to. They don't want people knowing that it's them. Oh my god, I have my Code Vein lanyard from PAX in my bag right here. What the heck? Why is it in my bag? Can I have one too? Why? She wants one because she actually does the thing where she like decorates her Polaroids. You know, like Deco Din, I think is what it's called. And so she wants to decorate it. And I was like, why not? Because I'm shy. I'm just like, why do you guys want Polaroids of me? What the heck? Okay, I have my... Oh my god, my old phone case that broke. I should probably toss this out. This old phone case is dead. It's broke on. Oh my god! I have my face mask. Oh no, it's not my face mask. This is my blemish patch. Do you guys have them? Do you guys have like pimple covers? Like pimple patches? I have some. I don't really use them because I don't really break out as much nowadays, thankfully. But there are some times where I do use like new skincare products and it breaks me out. And so I have them just in case.
The minimum was $1.
Cream! Cream white! Cream white! Hello? Thank you so much for $1 though. I really appreciate that. I'll take $1. Like I said, if someone donates like a cent, that's a cent out of your pocket to me. So thank you so much for the $1 donation. I'm a little confused though. Why? Oh my god. You get 2 films now. Yeah. Oh, wow. Thanks, Cream. I appreciate that. Let me just go out and buy 2 films for my Instax printer. Yeah. Also, Pablo and Taledas, thank you so much for the follows. I hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome on in. Hi, Cream. Welcome in. How you doing today? Oh, my hand cream. My favorite hand cream as of right now. I freaking love this hand cream. This is like one of my favorites. It's the Ohana Mahalo line, if you've ever seen that one at Asian markets. It smells so good. Also, Kitsune Sukuma, thank you for the follow. It smells so good. I love good smells. I'm the type of person where if something smells good, I will sniff it nonstop. Because I just love good smells. Like, I will sniff my hair after I wash it with my and honey shampoo. It just smells so good. It smells very delicious. What the heck is this? Trash. Hi, Kitsune. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hello there. Welcome on in. Oh, I need to put my liquids into my little baggie right here. Uh-oh, I ate too quickly. Oh, this is another... Oh my god, this is the Mortal Kombat lanyard from PAX West. And then... What is this? Oh, it's my other phone case that I have. Okay, in case my current one breaks for some reason, I'll back up. Okay. Here it is. Here's my bag of liquids that I use. Alright, I'm gonna pack that later. Tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Depending on how I feel. I hate, by the way, how do you guys feel about that? Like when you pack stuff, like your liquids or your skincare, I feel like I get so anxious about it because with my skincare, you know, I'm just like, okay, I can pack it after I use my skincare, but then it's because I have to use it, you know, the morning or the day of that I just get so nervous about it. I'm just like, what if I use it, but I forget to pack it with me? And so I'm just like, oh, what if I forget it? Okay, I have my... Oh, I have my... I forgot. I have like this powdered tea that I bring. I have royal milk tea in my backpack in case I want some tea, and I can just ask for some coffee instead. Or not coffee, for some hot water on the plane. That's really nice, by the way. Like, if you guys want tea, but you don't want to pay for drinks and stuff, if it's not complimentary, you can always bring like the powdered version of stuff. Oh, I have my earbuds. Okay. Here is my battery pack. I need to put my... Is it charged? It should be charged. Usually the last thing I put in my bag. Yeah. Oh, my battery pack's fully charged. Good, good. I did charge it. Hi, Coco Ricky. I use checklists. I do have a checklist too, actually. I always have checklists in my notes app. My best friend. Hi, Coco Ricky. Welcome on in. Leave a big old note on the suitcase. I do that for my toothbrushes and chargers. Oh my god, I actually almost forgot my charger when Gretchen came up here and we went to Canada. I almost forgot my charger, my toothbrush. I was like, oh yeah, I need that, my toothbrush. I don't know why. I've never forgotten it before, but that was the first time that I've forgotten my toothbrush. Hi, Dragon Kings. It's nice to see you again. It has been a while. How have you been doing? All right, my charger, not my charger, my battery. My battery pack goes into this pocket. Okay. All right, let me put this in here. Oh, it is the right pocket. I need two hands, so give me 1 second. Oh, I love when I'm packing stuff and it like fits perfectly into a pocket. I'm like, oh yes, that is satisfying. And then I have all my cords in another pocket just so that it's easy to grab and organized. So I will put that into this pocket right here. Okay. You know, I didn't realize. So I've had this old like Apple iPhone charger for the longest time. It's the one that had like the brick and then it's like the USB brick. And so I've kept this one for the longest time because I kept it as more of like a travel charger because I plug it to charge on the planes that have charging ports. But what I didn't know is that nowadays you actually have the port for the other iPhone, the what's it called? The USB-C port. And so I didn't know that they have that more nowadays on the plane compared to back then. And so I still have this trusty dandy charger that I keep for traveling. But I didn't know that they updated it so much until like the last time that I flew, which was when I moved. I've been Gouda going through a life coach seminar for upcoming weekend. Ooh! Oh my gosh! How's that been going for you? That sounds interesting. I'd love to hear all about it. Yeah, tea bags are handy too. Yeah. Funny how all the time I've worked in a tea shop, I've learned the intricacies of loose leaf teas, and sometimes I just got tea bags. I think that's fine, you know. It's like with matcha. It's like, you know, it's nice to make matcha lattes with, you know, your whole matcha set. But, you know, sometimes you get lazy, you know, or you just don't feel like going through the whole process of it. And so I think it's fine if you want to do like tea bags, or if you want to do, you know, instant matcha, for example. Okay, I'm putting my cord into my pockets right here. Okay, I have my battery pack. Where should I put my Instax printer? Let me see. And then, by the way, if you guys don't know, I don't know if they still do the liquids check. Because I remember back in the day when I traveled a bit more in the beginning, I remember that they would check my liquids bag. You know, like they'd be like, okay, put your liquids bag in the bin. But nowadays, they have like advanced technology, once again, where you just kind of like put everything onto the bin and then they scan it and then they're able to tell what are liquids or not. And I'm just like, what? That's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool how much technology has increased. Yeah, they scan it now. And yeah, they only take it out if something's sussy. And so as long as you're not sussy, chat, they don't really care. But I thought that was quite nice. Okay, my cords are all in the same pockets. Good, good, good. Okay. They still do that. I think they blocked something when my dad was traveling. Oh, well, it's different. Like, obviously, your liquids, if they don't stay within the limit of 100 milliliters. Oh, no. Is it 100 milliliters or is it 1 milliliter? I forget. our brain is bad at measurements. But yeah, as long as you have enough within the limit, then you won't get blocked. But if you do end up having liquids over the limit, then they'll obviously call you over and take that out. I think it was a hand sanitizer. Yeah, like for me, I have a small bottle hand sanitizer on me at all times. And so I always go through with that through security and they are okay with it. But obviously, if you have like a gigantic bottle of sanitizer, that's not going to be okay. Same thing with like a water bottle, you know, if you have a whole bottle of water, you're not going to be able to pass through security. And so if you guys ever want to bring bottles of water, you want to bring an empty bottle and then fill it up afterwards. So yeah, water, the limit's still there. It's just that they don't need you to take it out anymore in terms of like physically, you know, onto the bin, which is really handy dandy. Very nice. Okay, let me put my printer right here. I have some backup makeup removers just in case anyone needs to remove their makeup on the spot. Is this empty? Yeah, this is empty. Okay. Alright, I'll put that over here. And then I have my pen. I always have a pen on me. So I remember after my first trip to Japan and they make you fill out this form on the plane. Ever since then, I always bring a pen with me because back then they did not have a pen. And so we had to like, I remember it was like, can I borrow your pen from the neighbor, you know? But yeah, I always have a pen on me now just in case there's anything that needs to be signed, anything that needs to be filled out in terms of customs. Even if I'm not traveling internationally, I always have a pen just in case. And so I have my pen here. It's a really cute pen. It's a Miffy pen. You know, I love my Miffy. And so I always have this Miffy pen on me whenever I travel. A little Miffy pen. Very cute. I would not pass the check. I have so many skincare and makeup. Oh, so liquid is more so like if it's toner. You know, if it's like toner or if it's like moisturizer. You can put it into travel size bottles. And so for me, I bought this like set of travel size bottles that I use. And so as long as it fits the limit, you're fine. Or if you have like travel size ones. But yeah, with skincare, you just need to put it in travel size bottles. And then you should be a-okay. I got a tiny pencil case with pens and art supplies as well as a 4x6 paint kit. Don't always carry it, but it's very handy. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, all I do is bring a pen. I don't have a whole pencil case. I have a pencil case though for my journal. My bag. Do I want to take this bag? No, I'll probably leave this bag behind. I didn't know what bag to take because I only brought 2 bags with me when I moved. And so I was just like, I don't know what bag to bring. By the way, if you're going to TWITCHCON, TWITCHCON does have a limit in terms of what type of bag you bring in terms of like the size. So please make sure if you guys are going to TWITCHCON and you want to bring a bag, make sure that it's within TWITCHCON limits, okay? All right. The cute one. What do you mean? They're all cute. But I will say, some's like more casual than others. I don't know. I don't know if I'm dressing up fancy, but I think my one bag's too casual for my outfits that I'm wearing. Okay, take this with me. Let me check this back pocket. Oh my god, I have all these receipts I need to check in my book. You guys do that? Do you guys keep your receipts and then you like check your balance book? That's a habit that I got into from my dad. My dad taught me when I first got my first checkbook. He was like, you need to make sure you check your book every time that you pay on your, whether it's your debit card or your credit card. And so I have I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. I always check a certain day of a month to check my book to make sure that everything lines up in terms of payments, because I am paranoid that for some reason someone's gonna accidentally take my credit card information or like my debit card information and then spend my money, right? And so I always check periodically just to make sure that there's no, you know, no theft happening, you know? It's called being responsible. I don't do that. You don't do it? I mean, nowadays there's like the app, right? Like the phone apps where you can check your bank balance, and so I feel like it's quite easy to check it through the app as well, and so I think that's fine. Me too. I do that every day if I buy something too. Like if I buy something, I always double check to make sure that no one like yoinked my information, you know, especially with all of the scams going on about like how there's like card readers that people put, and so I'm always just like, gotta make sure that nobody, you know, took my information. I should be doing that. I feel like if you do it all at once, it's very daunting. But if you're able to space it out in terms of like, once again, like once a month, as opposed to like a whole entire year or a couple of months together, it makes it, once again, less daunting, because it was very stressful whenever I tried to do it all in one go. So yeah, I recommend it in little snippets if possible. Why do I have so many receipts? I have so many receipts I just shoved in my backpack. What the heck? Hello? Oh, you know why? I think because this is my travel backpack. And so with my travel backpack, I just kind of... anytime I flew, I would just leave my receipts in here and just be like, okay, I'll come back to those later. It's just a bunch of receipts from the airport. Like, bottle of water. Bottle of water. A sandwich. Bottle of water. Can you tell? I always get a bottle of water if I forget to bring a bottle water or water bottle. Leave them for next time. Yeah, I leave them for next. Oh my god, I brought an extra toothbrush. I forgot. I have an extra travel toothbrush that I put in here. Thank you, past Elveira. Okay. What is this? Oh my god, it's my backup stand. I have a backup phone stand that I got for like $1, but it kind of sucks. It's not the same as the one that I have right now, and the reason I don't use it is because it's very weak. Like if I put my phone on it, it'll start leaning over because it gets very, very delicate when it's top heavy, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not the best phone case. But I got it for like $1 thinking that it'd be fine. It was not fine. It was not fine. Okay, I have my backup phone case, or not phone stand, just in case I need it while I'm traveling. I have my mask right here. Okay. I have my backup toothbrush in here. Yep, okay. I have my toothpaste. Oh my god, I forgot. I have this Miffy face mask that I bought for traveling purposes. I was worried that my skin was gonna feel a bit dry while traveling, and so I have this backup in case I need like to pop a face mask on while I'm on the plane. I always have that just in case I need to pop one on. Okay, all right. I think that's pretty good in terms of decluttering my my backpack. Okay, and then let me check the small pockets to make sure the small pockets are Gucci. Good catching up with you again, Elf. Gotta go finish off work and pack. No worries, Mike. Yeah. Please let me know if you stop by. Okay, just be like, I am Forever Fire SNSD. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys come up to me and you try to say hi to me and you tell me your name without telling me your username, I'm probably gonna be very confused. And so please don't take it personally. Okay, if I get confused, just tell me your username. And then I'll be like, oh my god, it's you! Like, for you, Mike, if you tell me your username, I'll be like, oh my god, you're Mike! But if you tell me you're Mike, at first, I'll be like, Mike? Mike who? And then you go, Mike Forever Fire SNSD. And I'll be like, oh my god, you're Mike! Yeah, I know you. Who, you? You who? Who are you? I am you. You are me, I you. Okay, I have my comb, I have my floss, I have my toothpaste, I have my hand towel, I have my paper towels. Okay, all right, this pocket's good for the most part. Yes, I have my bandages, my backup bandages. Good. It's always important, by the way, if you guys can, please have backup bandages that you take with you. You can get like a little pack of it from the travel section of places like Target. It's really good. You don't know the amount of times that I've had like a small cut and that small bandage is able to help. Same thing too, like if you are someone that wears heels and you might potentially have some chafing on the back of your ankle, those are super helpful as well, because once again, the bandages will be there to help you put something on the back of your ankle if you do end up feeling the pain. Oh my god, I have so much lip balm that I put into my backpack. I have my lip balm, I have my mitts, I have my hand cream, my scrunchie. Okay. I have a face towel that I bring with me as well in case I need to wash my face. And then let me put this here. Whipped cream, cream of tartar, Karen. What? Karen? Are you trying to say you're a Karen cream? Should I call you Karen from now on? That's really good advice. Hi, Mr. Drawing Man. I'm really glad. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun just to go I don't know how to describe it. You know how like some people, they'll do videos on YouTube of like, what's in my travel bag? I can't show you because I don't have hand cam set up. But yeah, I'm kind of just verbally saying what I have so that people know what I have in case you guys ever were curious about like, what should I pack? What should I bring to this and that? And so like I said, I recommend bandages, because bandages you can't go wrong with. If you have a cut, if someone else has a cut, if your ankles, like the back of your ankles start chafing, or etc, etc. It's always good to have a little bit of safety with you if you can. Show me your bag. It's kind of similar to Gretchy's bag. I'm not going into detail about it because I don't want random people that might be creepy to be like, okay, Elveira's bag looks like this. And so she might be going to the airport on this and this day. And so I'm gonna look for a person with this backpack. But I can't show you a picture after stream, Cian. But yeah, I'm just a little nervous, you know, about situations like that. And once again, I'm very private. And so I try not to show stuff like that. Yeah. If you know Gretchy's travel bag, it's like that one, but different color. Similar, but different. We realized that when she came over to visit, and because she saw my travel bag before and she thought it was the same as mine. And then when she came over and we like put our backpacks side by side, we're like, dang, it really is similar. But yeah, we got a travel backpack. Let me put lanyard over here. Oh, I need to bring my lanyard actually. Oh, we will be twinning at TWITCHCON. Oh, your mom yoinked it for the trip. Oh, it's okay, Gretchy. It's okay. We'll be twinning in spirit. Okay? All right. Ferris Rye, thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you. Okay. All right. I think I got my backpack sorted out. I just need to put in my like skincare and stuff later on. Okay, then put these back into my backpack. Oh wait, no, I need to toss in my business cards and stuff. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Oh, I'm a clown. Wait, my business cards. Hold on, chat. I need to get my business cards. Okay, let me grab my business cards. Okay, I have my business cards. I have some stickers, by the way. And so if you do see me over the weekend, just come up to me and say hi. Let me know who you are, and then I can give you a sticker. It's a sticker that's going to be on my Twitch store eventually. Or Twitch store, my stream store, whenever I have my official merch shop open up. But whoever is there will get an exclusive first access to the sticker, I guess you could say. Just because, you know, it's my first ever convention where you guys get to, you know, see me. And if you guys say hi, you know, I'm just gonna be so grateful and so shocked. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you guys actually wanted to meet me? Hi. Okay, I have my business cards. I have my stickers. I have some gifts. Okay, all right. I'm so sad. I wanted to, I don't know. I left my wax kit, like my wax sealing kit at home with my family home. And I'm kind of sad about it because I didn't realize that I'd want to write so many letters at TWITCHCON to people, like friends. And so usually if I write letters to friends that I meet for the first time, I'll do like a whole wax seal on the envelope to kind of make it a little more personal, you know? Like with Turley, I gave her a letter with a wax seal that had her colors. Same thing with Nina when I first met Nina and Gretchen. And so I wanted to do that this time around too, but I don't have my wax kit with me. And so I'm just like, no! But yeah, I really want to try to have some time tonight to write some letters to some friends that I'm meeting for the first time. Because some of these friends, you know, I've been longtime friends with, and it's my first time being able to see them in person. And so I want to write them a letter, but I can't do my signature wax seal, and so I'm a little sad about it. But that's okay. That's all right. Hi, Dill Pickle. Welcome on in. I like to stay and watch that stream, but I can't because I'm at work right now. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I don't want anyone to get, you know, in trouble at work. So, yes, good luck at work. My mod will be here. Okay, business cards. Oh my god, and Mike almost fell over. Okay, stickers in. Okay, what else do I need to put in? Oh, I'm gonna bring my journal so that people can sign my journal. I was gonna bring like a separate notebook, but I was like, you know, I'll just bring my journal because I have some extra pages in my weekly journal, my Hobonichi weekly, and so I'm gonna let people like sign my journal. Yeah, and that can be part of my like 2025 journal. You know, I get to see all my signatures in my Hobonichi and be like, wow, this is when I was at TwitchCon. Yay! Oh, and I think I saw your message earlier, Gretchen, right? About assigning your badge. Only if you sign my badge, okay, ma'am? Hi, Simon! Welcome on in! I'm doing well, how about you? I'm a little, not stressed, but I'm just a little, urgent, I guess you could say, because I always like to pack stuff ahead of time. And so this is like the first time I'm packing on stream. But it's fun though, like it's fun. It's not stressful, I guess just urgent because I feel like I need to finish up stream here soon. Are we still getting badges, by the way? No! So at first, there was a friend and I that were talking about it. And at first, we thought it was just the wristbands replacing the badges. But no, an official Twitch staff member confirmed that we're getting both badges and wristbands. And so, yeah, we're getting both. Wristbands are more so just like the way that they're gonna check people to make sure that they have their ticket. And then the badge itself, I think, is just like the fun part, you know, to show people like, oh, who you are, if you're a streamer and stuff like that. It's cool though. I thought it was just like I thought there was just a partner lounge. Oh no, not lounge. I thought there was just like goodies for partners, but apparently if you guys are also an affiliate streamer, they have a little section where you can get affiliate goodies as well. And so if you guys are a streamer and you're an affiliate, make sure to pick up your affiliate goodie bag. Yeah, there's goodie bags for both partners and affiliates. I'm really happy because, you know, I feel like when it comes to streamers of anyone, whether they're partnered or affiliate, I think you guys are still streamers and you guys work hard as well. Partner, you know, it's just because you met a specific requirement, but at the end of the day, we're all just streamers, you know? So don't forget, if you're an affiliate, make sure you grab your affiliate goodie bag. Why did you not? I don't think I know what that is, Simon. What is that? Sign my arm. Okay, Turley. That means you're gonna meet me in person at TwitchCon, right? Yeah, if you're an affiliate. If you're going to TwitchCon, you can go do that. TwitchCon is going to be at San Diego. San Diego for this weekend, the 17th to the 19th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. All right. So I have that. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot my mirror. There was one time where I did not bring my mirror on my travels, and it was when Gretchen was here and we went up to Canada. You should have seen our setup. I don't know if Gretchen showed it, but we were doing our makeup together, right, in the morning, and I have like an eyeshadow palette, and there's a mirror on my eyeshadow palette. And so what I did is I set the eyeshadow palette up with this bin that I found, and so that was how I did my makeup, you know, because I wanted natural lighting, but I didn't have my big mirror, and so I was using my eyeshadow palette mirror. Yeah, our setup. And then Gretchen came out and sat next to me, and we did our makeup together. Oh my gosh. I loved it. That was such a fun moment together. We're just like, yeah, let's put our makeup on together. Super cute. And then Gretchen also, she saw my floor setup. And so for me, since I don't have the desk yet, right? I have my tower. And so she saw me put my mirror onto my box tower and then use that to do my makeup. She saw me do my makeup on my box tower. It works though. It works for me. Oh, this is my thingy. Hi, RC. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Oh, thank you. Yes, I am a human, a bunny human. So half bunny, half human. Yes, yes. When you buy a ticket for the rise, then I can come. Oh, yeah. If you're talking about like TwitchCon, yeah, TwitchCon, you can either buy a 1-day ticket or you can buy a 3-day weekend ticket. But I heard that Saturday is the first day to be sold out. And so if you guys are planning on buying like the ticket for the first day or on Saturday, then yeah, I would keep that in mind. Also, Snowmelon, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. I think that's it for my backpack. I don't think I have... Oh, my mask! I have my... I have a mask. Oh, how am I gonna pack this? Do I put this in my backpack or do I put this in my suitcase? I don't know. Let me see. Also, RC, thank you for the follow. I'm assuming everything is Alice in Wonderland inspired theme. The thing is, originally it was not. My outfit was actually made by someone that I commissioned on Skeb, and then I didn't realize that it was like Alice in Wonderland themed until afterwards. And so from there, I did kind of start making things more Alice in Wonderland themed. And so for my garden background, it's supposed to be like the front of my garden tea shop, but I did make it more similar to Alice in Wonderland in the sense of like, oh, you know, you have like the tea tables, you have the hidden away garden party, right? And so it is kind of Alice in Wonderland style, but it wasn't originally the plan. So yeah. I love it. I'm glad. I'm really happy. You know, I love Alice in Wonderland. And so it was kind of like a happy surprise that ended up working in that way. I was like, wow, Alice in Wonderland kind of. But not Alice in Wonderland because I don't want to get sued. I'm not trying to get sued. But then again, though, you can't really sue because Alice in Wonderland story exists outside of Disney, you know? And so just like how with Aladdin, if you guys don't know, there's a restaurant that's Aladdin themed and it's called Aladdin Cafe or something like that. And it's heavily inspired by Aladdin from Disney, but it's not with Disney. The thing is, you can't sue for using Aladdin because it's not a specific story that originates from Disney, you know? And so I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, you just can't use likeness. Exactly. It can't be the same likeness as long as it's different, you know, enough, right? Technically, you can't sue because it's not fully trademarked by Disney. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. I'm actually in the process of trying out. Oh, you are? How's that going? Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. I get so excited whenever someone's starting their VTuber journey. Oh, I hope you're having fun. Oh, you found an artist? Let's go. Oh my gosh, you're art mama. Can I know? Or is that like a secret for now? I'm really curious about like what your character design theme is going to be. I love hearing about character designs. They're so fun. All right, Derpy. You know what? You know what? Nothing. Exactly. You thought I'd get a reaction out of me? You thought. You thought. That's what I thought? No, it's not. That's not what you thought, because I thought it first. You're too weak and small for reaction? Well, you know what? You're too tall for a comeback. How about that, huh? How about that? How about them apples? How's that feel? Huh? Okay. You're gonna be a fairy. It's gonna be a mix of fairy, long... Oh, Coquette! Oh my gosh, we love Coquette! That's so exciting! Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no worries. Even just telling me that is already more than enough. I'm so excited. Coquette is so cute. I'm excited for you. I don't feel anything to... Well, you know what? You know what? Yeah, what Silva said. Chicken butt. How about that, huh? How about that, Derpy? Your mom... I'm telling my mom. Okay, is a nice person? Good. I'm about to say, I'm gonna tell her what you said. She's not gonna be very happy. She's gonna be like, who is this person being mean? How rude. Okay. 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 I have my bag. Okay. Alright. And then from there, I need to pack my clothes. Let me see. Let me put this over here. She's not gonna say that. Say what? That you're not a nice person? What do you mean she won't say that? She's gonna question it. She's gonna be like, who is this person on the internet being so mean? Derpy, what in the Google Translate is that? What the heck, Derpy? Why is that so long? I've never seen a sentence so long before. What the heck? Hold on, let me... Derpy really said, hold on, give me a second here. Let me cook for a second. And then he pulled up the Google Translate. I can't read that, by the way. Who is this despicable person? What? What? I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read it. I have to Google Translate your Google Translated sentence, okay? All right. Teacher. Okay. All right. I think that's good. And then I have a few other things to pack. Should I just go through these receipts right now? Yeah, Gretchen can't read either, Derpy. That's what you get for assuming, okay? All right, you know what they say in school. If you assume, you make an out of you and me. Okay? All right? I remember someone taught me that and I was like, what the heck? That's kind of good. I kind of like that. Let me look at these receipts. Do I even... No, I don't need these anymore. These are from, once again, like the airport from like years ago. She literally has a speak Canto for 5 minutes redeemed. At least she's trying here, but... What do you mean? What do you mean? Sorry, I'm unfolding these real quick. Oh, wait! I need to... Hold on, I need to send a message to someone I completely forgot. Oh my god. Wait. Okay. Alright. Send help. I feel like poo, but I got less than an hour before a 4-day weekend. No, Derpy. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Do you feel like exhausted or something? Or do you feel under the weather? Hopefully it's not under the weather. But yeah, I hope you get to get off work real fast. Hopefully the workday goes by quickly and you get to enjoy your 4-day weekend. Are you gonna... Did you specifically take a 4-day weekend off to play Legends EA? My receipts are flying away. Oh, but yeah, are you guys the type to like keep your receipts? Or are you the type to not keep them? For me, I usually keep them until like the month is over. Just in case, you know, I need to return something. Unless it's groceries. If it's groceries, then I don't keep them, obviously. Because I can't really return the food, you know? But yeah, I have some receipts. But these can be put away. I think Nina got me sick. Oh, that traitor! Hey! Don't be blaming her, okay? She got sick. She's also sick too, alright? The receipts I have is my bank statement. Okay, yes, your bank statement counts as receipts too, but, you know, and I like having the physical receipts as well. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just old school, you know? Was it food poisoning? I actually don't know how Nina got sick, and so I'm not really familiar with why she got sick. I just know that she was sick. She had a stomach bug. Does that mean you have a stomach bug too, Derpy? Stomach bugs are the worst. Oh my god. What is the difference, by the way? Like, what's the difference between a stomach bug and a food poisoning? Because I'm pretty sure I've had both. I've had both food poisoning and a stomach bug. I know food poisoning you get because you eat something bad, you know? It's not cooked properly. But what makes it a stomach bug versus food poisoning? Are you gonna get one? Call that a virus? That's not very nice. What the heck? Okay, yay! I'm done looking at my receipts. Okay, good. Yes. Receipts are all good. Okay. What is this one? Oh, this is another airport receipt. Yep. Okay. What's this paper? Oh, this is the Costco membership paper. We no longer have a Costco membership because the person that did her Costco membership, she messed it up. She was trying to tackle on like 1 million people at once. And so we signed up for Costco memberships and it was good, but then it didn't renew. And so technically, I think it just didn't get charged at all. Food poisoning is bad food. Stomach bug equals bacteria and virus, I guess. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, thank you, West. Okay. I see. Let me put this over here. Okay. All right. What the heck? More random receipts. Okay, these are all grocery receipts. Okay, those I can toss. Time to recycle all those. Okay, time to recycle this one. Yes. Yeah, a lot of times when I pack, it's just taking stuff out that I put in my bag that I had from before. And then me going through them to see if I can make more space in my bag. And then from there, everything else is like pretty easy peasy. But yeah, for the most part, I think I pretty much have space now. And I just need to chuck in my stuff. I think the only receipt that I ever kept is the one for my Switch 2. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, you know, when it comes to groceries, you don't really need to keep them. And then for other stuff, like if you buy clothes, for example, I recommend keeping it for like maybe a month at least. And then if you still have it, then there's no reason to keep the receipt. But I also got into the habit of keeping receipts because of streaming too. Because with streaming and when you taxes, especially, you know, taxes are really important. And they recommend keeping receipts that relate to your taxes at least for like I think 5 years, they said, right, in case of an audit. And so I try to keep my receipts, and Trilly does a thing where she actually transfers her receipts into this folder online. And so I wanted to get into the habit too of having my receipts, but like, you know, putting them online in a digital format, so that way I can save my physical paper space but still have the receipt. So yeah. And then I know some other people too, they have like a little receipt book binder thingy where they have the receipts, and then the binder is like divided in between like each, what's it called, like each year. And so for the 5-year receipt, you just have each section be a year for the receipts that you have. And so I was like, that's really nice to organize. I remember I set that up for Nina. She never used it. I've been using the tax version of it, and it really helps out. I feel like it made my taxes go by a lot faster this year compared to last year. So if Nina can, I think it's really handy. Also, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Is it Aki Norius? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Okay. All right. Let me look at my clothes now. Okay, now that we're done with the main stuff, let's look at my clothes. Okay, because I have my backpack done. I have my stuff. Oh, my DJI. Oh god, this thing's heavy. This thing's a chunky boy. How am I gonna put this in my bag? Okay, I guess I'll just go in my suitcase. And then this can go in my backpack instead. Okay. Holy moly. This DJI. Or DJI, not Digi. Or Digi? DJI, not DJI. It's like again, it's like I said, it's a smartphone stabilizer, and so it's kind of similar to that camera that I have on my throne. It's from the same brand, but the way it works is that you utilize your phone instead. And so what it does is that it helps you record and stabilize your camera so that your phone's not super shaky when you're recording something. And there's like a pause button, there's a record button, there's I think is that a mute button? But yeah, I'm gonna test this out tonight and see how this works. But the thing is that it doesn't work with my phone case, and so we'll have to see how I can get that to work. But yeah, I'm excited though. Yeah, no shaky cam for when I come back and show you guys some videos. But yeah, this is from Jason. So Jason, if you're still here, thank you again for letting me borrow your DJI. This actually helps out so much more than you might know. So thank you, Jason. Thank you for helping me vlog for my first TwitchCon. Yeah! I just need to find a way to make it fit. We'll see. I'll figure out a way to make it fit in my suitcase. Suitcase. Do I have to take this out? Do you think I have to take this box out for security? Because usually they say if you have a electronic that's like bigger than a switch, you have to take it out onto the security bin. But this is like in a box. I don't know if I need to take this out of the bin. Derby, no, it's okay. I'd rather you not have done that anyway, because I feel like I'd be worried about that camera getting lost in the mail. And so you're fine, Derby. It's okay. I was fully expecting just to use my phone with my hand. And so like I said, the stabilizer already does so much more than I thought I would be able to do at TwitchCon. But thanks, Derby. I appreciate it. But like I said, I'd rather you not have mailed it, because that's a very expensive camera. Take it out. Oh man, it's in the box and everything though. Do you think I just take out the box? Otherwise it's sussy? You think so? What do I just don't use the box? But then what if there's like accessories in here that I'm gonna need, and then because I don't want to lose anything if I use it, you know what I mean? That's why I kind of want to keep the box with me in case there are some stuff. Like, I'm gonna look at it right now. Let me look at it right now. So it has so there's like the magnetic backing to it, so it can stick onto the stabilizer. Okay, and then after that, let me see, it also has some more stuff too. Okay. It has like the stand itself. Okay, so it has the tripod stand, and then it has the magnetic backing to connect to it, and then it has the actual stand itself. Yeah, I feel like it's just so much easier to bring the box instead of taking it individually. I'm worried that I might lose some pieces. This is a chunky stick! Whoa! How do I flip this out? Oh, I swing it out and up, I think. Swing it out. Oh, dang, I just swung it. Oh, up. I swing it up. Oh! Whoa! 360! Fancy! Okay, okay. And then can I stabilize this or no? Whoa, this is cool. I love playing with new technology and learning. Okay, okay. I'll look more in depth into it after stream. Okay, all right. The box is like turning on. I don't want to turn it on. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Okay, okay. I didn't mean to turn that on. Oops. But the box is like a. How do I describe the size? The size is like. It's like a. How would you describe the size? The tripod stand came out. Oh no, I took it out and now I can't put it back in. Help. Okay, there we go. Hey. If you're lucky, you can get in line for those big scanner machines that don't require you to take anything out to scan. There's big scanner machines? Because I feel like every time that I've been into a convention or into the airport, I always go through the ones where it's like you scan it, but then you just take out the bigger stuff if you have electronics. But they still scan it, you know what I mean? That's why I was just wondering, like, I wonder with my size of this DJI if I need to take it out or if it's just something that I can just leave in my backpack, you know? My name is pronounced Elveira. Yes, L, like the letter L. Veer, like you're veering off to the side. And then like Huge plastic cube machine next to the person scanner. What? Is that not the thing that they do where they like put in the backpack through the scanner on the security bin? Or is it something new? I don't think I've seen that. The huge plastic cube machine? Ever. I only know the one that they use for security. It is not Elvis for short. Depends on the airport. Newer as the past 4-ish years. What? Okay, now I'm curious. Now I'm curious as to what it looks like because I feel like I've never seen it. Okay, let me put this box back in place so that things aren't flopping around, you know? Hold on. Let me put this back in place. Yeah, Elveira. You can just call me Elveira. Or you can call me Elv. Elv is what a lot of people call me as well. E-L-V. Elv or L. Some people call me LV. Sorry, I'm trying to put this thing back. It does not want to go back. What happened? I didn't want to go back. Oh, it's because of the cord. I did not realize. USA Today. Empire Today. Do you guys remember those commercials? Oh, thank you, Gretchy. Gretchy sent me a DM. Birmingham Airport CT screen technology. Whoa. Okay, so you just like what? You like put your backpack in there and then it scans the entire thing? Is that what that is? That's cool. Oh, you sent me a picture too, Silva. Let me see the picture from Silva. Wait, I think that's literally it. Yeah, isn't that what they always use for security? Whenever you go through whenever you go through TSA, right? Or is it? I don't know. Oh, it's not the same. Oh, okay. I DM'd the new one, at least the ones at my airport. The ones you don't need to take out liquids or electronics. Oh, okay. The older ones are kind of smaller visually for me. The one Gretchy sent is good. I'm really curious about how big now the one that Gretchy sent is in person. Because, yeah, I thought the one that Silva sent is pretty big already. And so I'm just like, dang, how big is the one that Gretchy sent in person if that's not big already? But yeah, here's the picture in case you guys want to see what it looks like. So the machine that Gretchy and Silva are talking about looks like this right here. It looks like if someone's gonna get like a CT scan or something. Hello. Here. This is the picture of the item. The box. Okay, this is the picture right here. Jajan! Birmingham. My memory is pee pee poo poo, but it may be taller than us. Okay, I don't think we can really use that as a good description, ma'am. Okay, I feel like a lot of people are gonna come in here being like, there's a lot of things that are taller than us. There's a lot of things that are taller than us, Crunchy. Okay, all right, man. See, look, Cian said it. That's what I'm saying. You see, Cian said everything's taller than us. Oh my god. I knew it. I knew someone would say something about it. Okay, let me go over here. I'll put my box by my suitcase, so I knew to put it in later. These ones I will put in my other bag. Give me 1 second. The point is, you'll know it's because they use bins for everything. Luggage and other. Oh, okay, because every time I go through TSA, they always tell me to put my stuff in my bins, like my backpack. They'll tell me to put my technology, if it's like a Switch or something that's bigger than a Switch. They'll tell me to put my suitcase, my carry-on onto the what do you call it? The conveyor belt? Not conveyor belt, but you know what I mean, right? Probably try to not take it out, but they might pull you over and it could take longer through security. Usually they ask you to take it out of the bag and put it flat on the tray. Yeah, I'll probably just take it out. This way they just put your bags there. No need to take it out. Yeah. Alright, I'll probably just take it out. I always take out more than I need to. But I have gotten in trouble. There was a time where I took out my Switch and the lady, she was like, why'd you take that out? Leave it in your bag. And I was just like, I thought I was supposed to take it out. And she's like, no, just put it in your bag. And I was just like, oh. And so now I get paranoid about taking too much stuff out. You know what I mean? God, TSA makes me so anxious. I get so nervous. I'm just like, I just want to do it correctly. But then once I'm through TSA, then I'm chilling. You know, I'm just like, wow, now I can chill. But yeah, Gretchen and I are not the same height. But when we stand next to each other, we pretty much look like the same height. Same with Twirly. Twirly, me and Gretchen are pretty much, you know, very similar in height when we stand next to each other. Gretchen, I'll let her say if she wants to say. I don't want to say it in case she wants to keep it private. No, Twirly is our height. Twirly, well, not my height, but like around the same height in terms of like physically. Like Twirly and Gretchen are similar in height. And then since Gretchen and I are similar in height in terms of like when we stand up next to each other, we look pretty similar. Like if you look at all of us together, we look similar in height. You wouldn't be able to tell that we're so different, you know, in terms of like being 4'11" versus being 5'3" or 5'2". Yeah, Twirly's my dream height. Twirly's 5'3". And I tell her every time, I'm just like, you're my dream height, man. I wish I was 5'3". But yeah, Twirly's 5'3", Gretchen's 5'2", I'm 4'11". But we're all practically the same height when we stand next to each other. But then when it comes to Nina though, Nina's a tall girly. Nina is one of the tallest girls that I know in our group. And every time that she's like around other girls, she's very tall. And so I've yet to meet another girl that's taller than Nina. In our group at least. Yeah, Nina talks about it too. When she goes to conventions, she's taller than a lot of the girlies at the convention that she runs into. And she talks about it. She's like, why are you guys all so small? And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know where I can't. I don't know that we're... Why? I think so, Cian. I think I remember your height. I'm pretty sure you're shorter than Nina. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna say her height though, unless she's gonna say it herself. But she's mentioned on stream before that she's pretty tall. Nina's tall, but I will not say her height Unless she says it herself. Roasted, thank you for the follow, by the way, Roasted Dad. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. What do you mean? You girls can be the tall girlies in our group, you know? She's gotta be tall. Okay, no. When she's standing next to Derpy, she's not tall. Derpy's so tall. Derpy's 6'3". No one is tall next to Derpy unless you guys are also like 6 feet or taller, okay? According to Derpy, we're all short. Yeah. Hi, Wes. Welcome in. All right, give me 1 second. I need to put these documents away. Okay, Cian. Okay. 6 foot tall. Okay. Let me put this away. Hold on. Okay. Elvis 6'8". I am definitely not 6'8". Oh my god, can you imagine if I was taller than Derpy? You've seen me in person, Silva! What are you talking about? You've seen me in person. I don't know why Silva's trying to be like, she pretends to be short to fool us. Ma'am. Even if you didn't remember how tall I am, I think you would know if I was 6'8", you know, compared to your height, alright? I'm pretty sure you remember seeing a 6'8" tall person. My memory's foggy. She trims her legs. Oh, can you imagine? No, if I was tall, I would not trim my height. If anything, when I was younger, I wish I could add on to my height. I definitely would not make myself shorter every time. No. Maybe I'm 6'8" too. 6'8". Okay, all right, Silva. That means you're taller than Derpy. I've yet to meet someone that's taller than Derpy. Derpy is still in the height of the tallest people that I know. Can I ask when you stopped growing taller? Middle school. I'm not even joking. I literally stopped in middle school because I remember when I was in middle school, right? My mom and I used to talk about it because my mom really wanted me to be taller. And so my mom, she would always tell me, she was like, wow, I can't believe someday you're gonna be taller than me. Someday when you have a growth spurt in high school, we're gonna look back on this and be like, wow. And then joke's on her, I never had a growth spurt after middle school. And so, yeah, because my mom and my dad, they're very adamant about me, drinking my milk and making sure that I stretched, making sure that I worked out, was active, so I could grow taller. But the only person that had a growth spurt was Elveira. Elveira had a huge growth spurt. And then me, I just forever stayed my height. And then my mom, after high school, she was like, some people still have a growth spurt, even in university. I graduated university, not a while ago, and I am still the same height. And so, yep. I was the tallest person never. But I was the same height as everyone in 5th grade. So I would say not the tallest person, because there was always a girl that was taller than me or a guy taller than me. But I was... I would say I was tall in 5th grade, but not the tallest. There was always someone that was like super tall. I was taller than some people, but not tallest. But yeah, I would say my growth spurt happened in middle school and then never again. Hi, little pudding. Dude saved everything right and didn't grow taller after middle school. Exactly! Right? And then my parents tell me that my doctor told them straight up, they're like, yeah, she's gonna be a tiny person. She's not gonna really grow that much. And I was like, so I have been doomed to being short since I was born? And my mom kept trying to raise my expectation for my height. They told my parents that I was gonna be a small person, like a short girl. I know, Derpy. I know what you're gonna say. The doctor said the same thing to you too, and then you had a growth spurt. All right, but it's different for me. Okay, all right. I didn't get lucky like you did. Okay. Yeah, they told Derpy the exact same thing since he was a preemie by 3 months, and then Derpy had his growth spurt. Mm-hmm. I feel almost like because of height, they just get recruited to play volleyball and basketball. It's the volleyball girls and basketball girls that are so tall. You know, actually, there's a lot of short girlies that played volleyball in my high school. You know, I was surprised. It wasn't, there were like tall girls that played, but a lot of them, not all of them went to go for basketball and volleyball. You made it though? You did. What the heck, Silva? Did you just call Derpy severely undercooked? Huh? For me, my dogs and my growth plates and my legs were sealed, so... It knocked over! Oh no, little pudding. I wonder how you react to a woman in my family. My aunt is 6'2", my sister is 6 foot, half sister is taller than her, 5'8", and no cousin is shorter than me. Oh, I think it depends though. Like when it comes to height, you know, like for example, if you were born in like the Netherlands, right? Like the Netherlands average height for girlies is like, you know, 5'8" or something like that. And then for average height for guys, it's like 6 feet. And so it's very dependent on the area that you're born in, you know, your genetics and stuff like that. And so when it comes to height, I used to compare, but then after I got older, I was just like, oh, there's no point in comparing because everyone's different in terms of, you know, genetics, in terms of family height history, in terms of where you were born, in terms of your diet. And so it just depends on each person. I do know 3 months preemie is a lot to be born prematurely. He was born at 6 months roughly and not 9 months. You're actually perfectly cooked. Hi, Coconut. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? That's true. Derpy did end up being 6'3", you know? And so I'm just like, wow. And it makes fun of me every time for my height. All this PAX West stuff I need to put away. I don't know where to put it though. What is this? Oh my god, my Kuromi charm for my mic. Okay, I'm just gonna chuck this into the corner for now. I'll deal with the PAX West goodies later. Hold on. Okay. Stuff over there. No. I'm not still unpacking PAX West stuff. I already unpacked PAX West stuff. It's just that it was sitting on the floor, and so I wanted to go into like a corner instead. So I didn't want it here in my current packing area. So I just moved it over. I just moved it over a little bit. Past West. Yeah, I can't speak today for some reason. Oh, don't forget to check in for your flights if you haven't. That's true. Yes, if you guys have like a flight tomorrow, or if you have a flight the next day, right? It's always good to check in 24 hours if you can, all right, y'all? Because 24 hours is the time frame that you want to check in earliest, especially if you want to make sure that you're good. Or, for example, if your flight doesn't have like assigned seats, or if you don't do assigned seats, like in basic economy, you get a better seat potentially if you check in earlier. So yeah, if you guys have not checked in already, 24 hours ahead of, depending on if you're flying tomorrow or if you're flying the next day, right? Depending on when you guys are flying, if you're flying in the first place. Okay, all right. I have my backpack ready. Okay, let me see. Hi, Soren Cat. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? It's the best moment right before another convention. Flight's probably overbooked, so make sure not to forget to select your seats if you can. I usually don't buy seats because it costs extra money to select seats, and so I'm just like, YOLO. I'm just like, all right, let's see where the gotcha lands me this time. You know, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. At first, it stressed me out, but then I'm pretty good at checking in 24 hours beforehand, and so I'm always guaranteed a seat. It's kind of fun to do the gotcha. Yeah, flight roulette. Even on flights, I do gotcha. You know? And then the good thing too is usually if you do land in like gotcha flight, for the seats, they always mention that if you're in like an exit aisle, right, and you don't want to be in the exit aisle, you can just go ahead and let the flight attendant know and they'll change your seat. And so at first I was worried about that, but then I was really relieved when they said that you're allowed to change if you're not comfortable. I gotta get me an aisle if I travel alone because I get up to pee all the time and I hate asking someone to move for me to go pee 10 times. I see. That makes sense, yeah. I just sleep. I just sleep the entire time. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna sleep the entire time, you know? Especially if like the person might sleep. Exactly. I like the window seat because I'd rather sleep. That way, if people need to get up to go to the bathroom, they don't feel like they have to be burdening me, you know, to wake me up. I don't mind if people wake me up, by the way, but I'd rather not feel like they have to go through that trouble of waking me up. You know what I mean? And so I like the window seat so I can just sleep. I usually sleep through flights. So I'm like the opposite to you, Silva. I'd be the one in the window seat and then you can be in the aisle seat. And then the person in the middle, you know, they can do whatever they want. I wish I could sleep through flights. Okay, when I say sleep through flights, it's not like sleep. Like I am asleep, but I'm too paranoid to sleep in public. And so when I sleep on planes, it's like I close my eyes and then I kind of like zone out in a way. And so I'm still very awake. Like if someone needs to get up or something and they nudge me, I can wake up right away. But there are times where I feel like I'm in that state and then I realize that we're about to land and I'm just like, did I fall asleep? But it doesn't feel like I fell asleep, you know? And so I feel like I kind of just go into a deep meditation mode instead. Like I just go into this like Zen mode where I'm kind of sleeping but not really sleeping because once again, I don't like to fall asleep entirely since I am too paranoid to fall asleep when I'm in public. Yeah, exactly, Himbo. Yeah, I don't really ever go into REM state whenever I am flying on a plane. Exactly. Unless it's like an international flight, then yes, I do hit the REM sleep, but otherwise I don't. Hi, Himbo. Welcome in, by the way. How you doing today? I'm an insomniac, so I'm just chilling doing things like making friends with the flight attendants and what. You make friends with the flight attendants? I've never made friends with the flight attendants. Not because I don't want to. It's just I kind of keep to myself for the most part when I'm on a flight. The only time that I'll like interact with the flight attendants is when they're bringing food around or drinks around, and then you do that thing, you know, you like sit up straight if you're like falling asleep. You make sure you're looking at them so you know they know that you're awake to receive a snack or to receive the drink. I do that every time. Like if I'm knocked out but I hear them coming down the aisle, I'll like wake up, quote unquote, and then just like sit up straight, look at them in the eye, you know, patiently wait for my food. I do that every time. I wake up for food because I don't want to be woken for food. But like I said though, I don't really fall asleep. And so once I hear the carts rolling, I'm just like, wokage. I wokage. I flew overnight to Germany and let me tell you, terrible idea. I could not sleep at all. Now it's 4 a.m. Eastern time, but it's 10 a.m. in Germany. And you're dead tired. Oh no, Himbo. It sounds like you gotta hit the 24-hour reset that my friends do. I know Turley, she'll like stay awake for 24 hours whenever she needs to reset her sleep schedule. I usually know when they eat food because they turn the lights on. Oh, not for us. I feel like they don't really turn the lights on for food either. They only turn lights on if they're doing landing announcements or if they're doing like seatbelt announcements when you're about to fly. Went to bed early that night after 2 days. I was good. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, the worst is jet lag. I know some friends that are going to be flying into TwitchCon from a different country, and my goodness, I hope they're not too jet lagged. Oh, the things we do for... Oh my god, Himbo. Is that supposed to be like a little tidbit into your love life? Oh, I won't pry, but I'm just like, oh. I love hearing about you guys and your, you know, your lives, whether it's your love life or if it's like visiting friends or if you're going to TWITCHCON, you know? Yeah. I want to hear all about your stories. But yeah, flight-wise, I think I'm ready. I got my backpack ready. I have my suitcase. I just need to pack some clothes in there. But I have my clothes like all laid out. I have my outfits for every day. And so all I need to do is just like shove everything in and try to make it all fit. I need a Tetris. Yeah. Can't expose our love like that, huh? What the heck? First ever flight of my life. Oh my gosh, wait, Himbo! That was your first ever flight to go see your love? Oh my gosh, Himbo! Oh, God, I'm done. Sorry. Granny Vera just gets a little excited whenever she hears about, you know, chats and your love lives. Oh my goodness. But that's really sweet. I hope that the flight wasn't too bad. I wish I had the confidence to talk to my crush. You know, I felt that way too when I was younger. I also was like, I'm a little nervous to talk to my crush, which is perfectly understandable, you know? But when it comes to your crushes, I feel like, why not? You know, like if you like somebody, why not talk to them? Life is short, and so if you want to talk to them, I would say go ahead, do it. I do have compression cubes. Yeah, I use compression cubes for whenever I moved. And so I'm gonna use them as well for TWITCHCON. But I'm only packing for like 3 days, right? So it shouldn't be a lot. The biggest thing that's gonna be taking up the most space is my cosplay. Because the cosplay has a lot of layers along with the wig. And so aside from that, I don't think the other stuff should be too much. But yeah. First ever, we broke up. So, oh! Granny Vera takes back her comments. Granny Vera is going to distract you with some cookies right now. Would you like some cookies, Himbo? Would you like some cookies? Here you go. Here's some cookies. Yes. Sorry, Himbo. Oops, I thought it was recent. That's my bad. Oopsies. But I think that's really sweet though. You know, like I feel like yeah, when it comes to like meeting people, right? When it comes to like meeting people, especially if they're across the state or across the country or across the world, I think it's fun. It might be a memory for, you know, some people that you guys have met up with, but I do think that it is quite nice though to be able to have that experience of being able to fly out. I know some people though do have a lot of flying anxiety, and so I know, for example, there are some people that are taking road trips to TWITCHCON instead because they don't want to fly. I think that's fun too. Like if you guys aren't a fan of flying, there's always road trips that you can do as well. Funny thing, she knows I like her and she teases me about it. Oh my god, Sora! You sound like how all set up then. If she knows that you like her and she teases you about it, I think she's trying to give you the nudge. You know, I think she's giving you the green light. Wink wonk, wink wonk. I think she's trying to tell you to do more stuff, you know? Yeah, like Himbo said, she's inviting you to talk to her if she's teasing you. Exactly. Don't worry, it was a good relationship. It just had to end is all. I see, yeah. Yes, I do have compression cubes. Let me see. I did not see how big some of the clothes that I'm bringing are in terms of in the suitcase. So give me 1 second. I'm going to grab that. But yeah, I'll probably stream for, I want to say, to the hour, like 15 minutes. And then I'll probably call it there for today for stream because I do want to head off and just kind of like lock in with the packing. But for the most part, I mainly just wanted to pack my my backpack with y'all here on stream today. But yeah, I just want to lock in, clean some stuff up around the apartment before, you know, we have to head out. And so, yeah. What is a compression cube? I mean, I guess it's a cube that compresses things. Let me show you! This is actually something very handy dandy for those that want to pack a lot for places that they travel to but don't have a lot of space. So, it's not the same as like vacuum sealing. Like some people are cracked at packing. Like I know some people, for example, when they go to Japan and they get a lot of plushies, they'll buy like a hand vacuum seal and they'll vacuum seal their plushies so that they are flat, right? But compression cubes, when it comes to packing, looks like this. Let me show you. So they're cubes. They're exactly what you might think, but not in terms of like a plastic cube. It's more of like a cube container that's made out of fabric. And so if you guys haven't seen these before, they look like this right here. Ta-da! So usually they'll come in like a pack, and then what happens is they have different things for different containers for clothing. And so you can have like a little compression cube for t-shirts, you can have a compression cube for underwear, you can have a compression cube for your jackets. And what you do is you put everything into the container or the cube, and then you like press down on it, and then you seal it up in the little container / cube with the with the zipper. And so what that does is it's supposed to kind of keep it all in a compact space. So think of it as if like, you know, when you're sealing your suitcase and you're like pressing down the suitcase trying to make it fit into the little suitcase. Think of it like tiny suitcases that you're putting individual clothing into, and then all you do is you stack the compression cubes into the suitcase, right? And so everything's all organized, everything's a bit more compact and tight together instead of just being all flimsy and floppy all over. But yeah, compression cubes are really nice. I use them a lot just to organize, but yeah, they were super helpful when it came to packing for when I moved. I used to use a compression cube, but I switched to vacuum bags that you roll, or in my case sit on, to vacuum seal it. I find them more handy. I don't like vacuum sealing because it makes my clothes wrinkly, and my clothes that I have get wrinkled very quickly, and not every single hotel room has an iron. And so I'm just like, oh God, I don't want them to be more wrinkly than they are already. Because I have this thing that I use this anti-wrinkle spray. And so it's really handy, by the way, super helpful if you guys want to have your wrinkles out quickly without having an iron or a steamer, if you don't have an iron or a steamer. But yeah, I usually go for the compression cube because they keep it tight, but not so tight that they're like super wrinkly like with vacuum seals. And so that's a personal preference for me. And then what I'll do is I'll spray the anti-wrinkle spray onto my clothes. I'll like flick it a little bit, and then the wrinkles are gone. Bada bing, bada boom. Very easy peasy for traveling. And then, of course, if you bring a steamer, right? Steamers work great. If you bring an iron, it's a little bulkier, but they work great too. But yeah, I really like my spray, my anti-wrinkle spray. I hate wrinkles, especially if it's like a nice shirt. I have nice shirts and they get wrinkled so easily because the fabric is softer, and I'm just like, I don't want wrinkles in my shirts. Like my shirts will wrinkle if you fold them for my nicer shirts, and I'm just like, And so back at home, I would always iron my clothes before I went out with friends or went out for the day. But I don't know if I really hope that the place that we're staying at for TwitchCon has an iron. Fingers crossed. Let me search it up actually. Does it have an iron? They do! Okay, they do have an iron and an ironing board. Oh, bless. Thank God. Thank goodness. I love me a good iron. Oh, we're staying at a hotel. I'm not gonna say what hotel, but yeah, we're staying at a hotel. Yep. Not Airbnb. Airbnbs are so expensive in that area. I looked at it for a second and I was like, yeah, no, that's a little expensive, you know? But yeah, we're staying with some friends. And so the hotel is not that bad if you stay with friends. My group thankfully found quite a cheap Airbnb in comparison. I think if you act confident about it and firm when she flusters, then you'll be solid. Apparently she easily flusters whenever the topic of love is... Oh, in her presence. Okay, Himbo. Yeah, confidence is key. Yeah, if you guys are both shy, right? Like Himbo said, if one person takes the reins and acts confident about it, then yeah, maybe you can be the one to lead, you know? Oh, okay. I ended up going for an Airbnb, but not too close to the convention center. Oh, okay, okay. I hope you have fun though. I like Airbnbs as well, because Airbnbs, I feel like, give a nice insight as to what it'd be like if you were to stay at someone's house, you know, for a weekend. Actually, much less than what hotel would have costed us. Really? Oh, that's really good, Mike. Oh, dang. Yeah, take control, and it's in the bag. Give her the old sweep off the feet. Okay, Himbo. Okay, all right, giving out the like elderly brother advice. I feel like this is what it'd be like if an elder brother were to give a younger brother, you know, some advice. Gaslamp hotels were so expensive. It was like $125 for every person for 4 days. That's really good for an Airbnb. Oh my god. I feel like the Airbnbs that I've been to, it's gone up to like $300 per person. So practically like the same price as some hotels. Oh my god. For a whole house? Oh my god. Are you guys gonna party? You guys gonna have a little party? A house party? I'm just kidding. I feel like most Airbnbs, they don't let you guys do parties, right? The last girl I dated, I told her I really like your face, and it worked. Okay, Himbo! I do know some friends that are more like straight up when it comes to relationships, you know? And so, yeah, they just straight up say like, I like you. Or like Himbo says, I like your face, you know? And it works. You're with a bunch of grandmas. Yeah, some grandmas like to party. I know for TwitchCon last year there was like a VTuber party, but the VTuber party ended up really bad, you know? And I was just like, oh. And so I do see a lot of like VTuber parties that they are gonna do this year. But I don't know if I'll go to any VTuber parties because I don't know a lot of VTubers. I only know like the close VTuber friends I know in terms of like the VTuber sphere. And so I don't know if I'm going to any like VTuber parties. But there are some like VTuber meetups though that I might do. I think those are kind of fun because they're at TwitchCon, which feels a bit safer. But yeah. I'd like to introduce a few of them to you. Oh yeah, yeah! If they want to come by and say hi, I'm down to say hi to them. Yeah. I told them you play a lot of Animal Crossing and Pokemon, and one of them plays those two, so... Of course! Yes! I would love to meet her! Yeah, just bring them my way, you know? They can say hi to me and Cess. For those that are here today on my stream, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. A little teaser. At Cess's booth, there is gonna be an Elveira standee. Okay? Shh, 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 shh. Don't tell anybody. Okay, but there is gonna be an Elveira standee at Cess's booth, and so if you guys want to take a picture, you know, with Elveira standee, that'll be there all weekend. And so even if I'm not there physically, you guys can still take a photo with my standee instead. Yeah, it's gonna be of first outfit, my OG outfit. Yeah, so you can take a picture with me, and if you guys do take pictures of the standee with me, like my standee, right, make sure to post it on Twitter if you're comfortable and tag me. I would love to see people take pictures with Elveira standee. Can we bring it home? I think Cess talked about like auctioning it off maybe at the very end of the TwitchCon convention. Because why did I say that? Twitch convention. But yes, at end of TwitchCon. And so I don't know what her plans are exactly yet. But I'll keep you guys updated. If she does end up auctioning it on Sunday, I'll let you guys know in the Discord and on Twitter. So if you do want it, you can have it, you know, but it'll be through an auction. So yeah, you might be able to have an Elveira standee. You would think I would take it, but I don't have space to take it home with me. She asked me, she's like, do you want to bring it home with you? And I was like, I don't think I can. I only have a carry-on, you know? But yeah, I think it'd be fun to auction it off to someone else in case someone wants to have like an Elveira standee collectible. Is that what you meant the other day when I said you'll be a 4K TV? No, not me. Some other friends might be on, you know, 4K TV. There might be some friends that might be there for like a virtual meet and greet at Cess's table, you know? We've been talking about it. You might see some familiar faces there at Cess's table. So maybe on one of the days when you stop by, you might see someone familiar, you know? Maybe someone that rhymes with the name Swirl. Swirly. Can I have a hand? No, it cannot just be the hand. It has to be the entire standee, okay? Who could it be? Oh my gosh, I wonder. Oh my gosh. And then there's another virtual meet and greet that could potentially happen, you know, that goes by the name that rhymes with subpoena. I don't know why. That was the only thing that I could think of that rhymed with it. A subpoena, but not subpoena, you know? Yeah. Hey, it works though. It works though, okay? It works. All right. But yeah, those are a little hint as to 2 people that might do like a virtual meet and greet at some point during the weekend. So make sure you keep your eye out for that, okay? Yes, yes. And then who knows? Maybe with subpoena, you might maybe we'll also invite someone that goes by a name that rhymes with burp. Burpee, but not burpee, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we'll see. We'll talk it out. We'll talk it out with each other. Yeah. Not like burpees, but you know, a name that rhymes with burpee. Only burps. Only burps. What do you mean? What do you mean never plan a surprise party with Elle? What do you mean? I'm amazing at planning surprise parties, okay? All right, I'm purposely trying to give you guys a hint without saying it outright directly, okay? All right, it's like a, if you know, you know. Okay, today's like a special stream, okay? All right, but yes, we have Swirly, we have Subpoena, and we have Only Burps. Burpee added me on Lost Ark and then I quit Angie. I know. I think I think a bunch of our friends quit Lost Ark. But they're on Blue Protocol right now. I don't know if you play, Mike, but yeah, they're playing Blue Protocol right now. If I only knew their names. Don't worry. If you guys want to look forward to some meet and greets, you know, I'll ping that on Discord as well. I'll make an announcement tonight about TwitchCon. And then I'll make another official announcement on Saturday, or maybe on Friday before the meet and greet happens on Saturday. And then if any of the people that I mentioned do actually want to follow through with like the virtual meet and greet on the iPad, I will let you guys know as well in case you guys are there and you want to stop by. Okay? So everyone who knows already knows, and those who don't still have no clue. Exactly. Yeah. And that way, if you don't know already, you'll be surprised when I do the official reveal announcement in the Discord. Yeah. So, yeah, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you'll have to wait and see. Yes, yes. But yeah, I was talking about it with some friends. I was like, yeah, if you guys want me to like hold the iPad while you do the meet and greet, I'm down to hold the iPad. Or I know some streamers, what they'll do is that when they do the virtual meet and greet, what they'll do is that they'll walk around TwitchCon, you know, with a friend. And so I was like, maybe I'll do that on my downtime. I'll just like have the iPad. I'll walk around with the friends for the virtual meet and greet. And then if they want to see anything, you know, or if they want to buy anything, they just let me know. And then I'll buy it for them and they can send me the money afterwards. And so it's like they're kind of still at TwitchCon without being at TwitchCon. You know what I mean? Since I know some friends weren't able to afford going this year. But that would be fun. You know, that would be fun in case you guys want to meet some more people other than just myself and, you know, the people that I am with. Like, you'll get to... Well, I don't know. I don't want to say anything yet on their behalf. But as of right now, it's just me being there for my meet and greet, you know, but not meet and greet. A virtual mod meetup? Yeah, Silva! Maybe you'll get to meet some other people that you mod for virtually, you know? But yeah. Okay. Alright, chat. I think that might be where I call it for today because it is officially at the 3 hours. And so today is going to be a bit of like a shorter stream. But yeah, I might call it there. Actually, maybe I can do a little bit more. Let me do a little bit more before I head out. Because I don't want to leave yet. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be gone from tomorrow up until the 21st. 21st is when I come back again and stream, and so I don't want to leave yet. Even though I'll see some of y'all at TwitchCon, I feel like I'm gonna miss, you know, stream. I always miss stream whenever I'm out for a few days. You know, usually I'm gone for like a day, and so it's always weird whenever I'm gone for multiple days. But I'll keep you guys updated. Like I said, if you guys are not able to make it to the convention, I will still update on Twitter. On Twitter and on Blue Sky, I'm gonna make a thread. And so that way, if you guys want to keep updated about like my adventures, my food pictures, you know, any fun moments, I'll post them on Twitter. And then for anyone that doesn't have Twitter or Blue Sky, I will do an official like recap stream after I come back, okay? So on Tuesday, it'll be recap stream for TwitchCon as well as Pokemon Legends ZA. Thank you for this lovely and relaxing stream. I'm going to sleep now, so good night, everyone. Before I go, just wanted to say that I really enjoy watching your videos on YouTube. So please keep uploading. And finally, my regards to all the viewers who are watching this stream. Wishing you all a wonderful evening. Bloody Machete! That is so sweet of you to say. My heart. Oh, da, da, da. Thank you so much for being so kind. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely gonna keep on uploading and dual streaming on YouTube, and so I hope you continue to enjoy watching the YouTube VODs or the YouTube videos. And thank you for being so kind to my community as well. Thank you. I hope you also have a wonderful evening and an absolutely good night. Thank you, Bloody Machete. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. Oh, Missy, I won't be able to go. That's okay. Like I said, I'm still gonna update on Twitter and stuff, so that for those that are not able to go, you don't feel too much FOMO. Because I know how that feels when it comes to not being able to attend, you know? And so I'm ready. I'm ready to tell you guys everything that happens. I'm gonna vlog, I'm gonna have pictures, all that jazz. I know, right? Such a sweet first message. And thank you for the follow as well, Bloody Machete. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, okay. Let me see. Or actually, maybe I will save the rest of the clothes for off stream, because I do want to just like lock in and kind of put everything into cubes and stuff. And to do that, I won't be able to be at the camera because I need to look at my luggage, which is a bit farther away from me. And so yeah, I'll probably call it there for today. But I had so much fun today. I hope you guys also had fun chatting with me for a short stream, a short packing stream. But yeah, once again, this is my last stream before TwitchCon.
29 months, hee Elve hug.
Ashy, thank you so much for the resub at 29 months. I hope you enjoy your emotes as well as your sub badge. Welcome to the tea shop. I hope you enjoy your stay here with us as a tea bun. Thank you, Ashy. Can we get some sub love and some sub hype in the chat, please? For almost 30 months. Almost 30 whole months. Thank you. I was just about to end, actually. We were talking about TwitchCon. I finished packing my backpack, and then I have my clothes, but my clothes are already laid out in terms of outfits. So all I need to do is just Tetris until my backpack fits. Because I need to fit in my cosplay as well as my outfits. Also, here, let me link you guys the compression cubes that I have in case you guys are curious about the ones that I have. Let me pull them up. Alright, let me go really quick. Thank you, Black Iris. Yeah, I feel like originally I was just gonna stream on Tuesday and then call it there, but I wanted to do at least one more day, at least 2 days this week before I am away for TwitchCon for the next like 5-6 days-ish, right? So yeah, it's been really nice chatting with y'all. Hi, Charlene! Welcome in, Charlene. How you doing today? But yeah, so the cubes I have are this one right here in case you guys want the same ones that I have. But the one that I have is really cool because as you can see in the picture too, some compression cubes, what they'll do is that they'll actually provide a shoe bag. And so what that means is that you can also put your shoes into a cube. And so it's like a more square shape to pack with, as opposed to just having your shoes randomly in like a plastic bag, or just in the suitcase. But I personally would say, if you are going to bring shoes, please at least put them in a plastic bag, because your shoes are so nasty in terms of like, because you wear them to step on dirt, you wear them to step on the concrete and the public and outside. When it comes to concrete and dirt, all that has lots of germs, you know? And so I always recommend putting your shoes into a plastic bag so that all of the outside dirt doesn't collect in the suitcase, you know? Yeah, Silva, you know, there are some people that don't do that. And I feel like if your shoes are clean, maybe it's okay. But I personally always recommend putting shoes into bags, whether it be compression bag or a plastic bag, if you have a plastic bag at least. But yeah, this is the cubes that I have. It comes with, as you can see, 2 big ones, and then there's a medium-sized one, 2 small ones for you know, like undergarments, and then a shoe bag. So that's the one that I use in case you guys want to use that for packing. Small packing tips with Elveira. Yeah, those are nice. It was really helpful during my move. Very, very helpful. Oh, of course! I always have wet wipes with me. I have my hand wet wipes that I put in my purse. I have wet wipes that I put in my backpack. I have wet wipes that I put in my, you know, at home. I have wet wipes everywhere. You know, I did not know though. I did not know that there are wet wipes out there that don't have alcohol in it. For the longest time, I thought that if wet wipes don't have alcohol in it, it doesn't clean as well as regular ones that do have alcohol. And so I've always gotten the ones with alcohol in it. But recently, I got ones that do not have alcohol in it. And so they're a lot better for your hands because they don't dry your hands out as much. And so, yeah. But I have both. I have hand wipes that don't have alcohol. And then I have Lysol wipes as well for the plane, for the hotel. Yeah. The ones that I have, I got some from Miniso recently, actually. They're these like really cute Sanrio ones. And so I have really cute Sanrio themed wet wipes that I put in my purse whenever I go out. But yeah, I always have wet wipes. I have sanitizer as well on me. And so if any people come by and you need some sanitizer, let me know. I don't have a lot though. I usually have enough with just like traveling. Yes, hand sanitizer. Oh my gosh, Gretchen and Jason have like the fancy hand sanitizers, the ones that are like the spray that you get from Sephora for like $10. Those are so nice. They smell so good too. I gotta check out the ones with the alcohol. Yes. The ones with the alcohol are very nice because I use wet wipes a lot, and if you use the ones that don't have alcohol in it, it helps your hands from drying out. Oh, of course. Thank you, Gretchen. I hope that packing went well. If you want to pack more, I'll probably be in Discord later if you want to pack together some more. I usually just have the handed Sani or the Purell. I have Purell. I have the Purell sanitizer. I have a small travel size bottle, and then every time that they're at like running low, I just go grab the bigger Purell bottle and I'll fill it back up again. And so it's just refillable. It's like a refillable travel size sanitizer bottle that I have. Got like the 60% squared away. Yeah, we're packing together. Yeah. Almost finished, but I'm always thinking of more things. Good luck, Selva. You got this. But yeah, the one that Gretchen has, it smells like lavender and it smells so good. And I'm just like, ooh. And then the one that Jason has, I forget what the smell is, but I think it's citrusy. But the one that I want, if I get to get one day, is the Lily of the Valley one. It smells so good. Whenever I've smelled it for the sample in stores, I'm just like, whoa, that smells nice. Yeah, they have like a Lily of the Valley type of smell. It's like, I think the name of it is water something. Here, let me show you the brand. Let me show you Cian. It's called, I think, Touchland sanitizers. They're the spray sanitizers. And so for the smells that they have a lot of smells. So here, I'll show like a picture of some on screen. There's a lot of smells that they have nowadays compared to back then. I know, right? The citrus one, I feel like it can smell forever. So here. So, as you can see, there's like different colors for each one. This one does not show the scents. Why does it not show the scents? Here, you know, I'll go on to the Amazon listing. But this is the picture of the sanitizers that I'm talking about. The ones that cost like $10 at Sephora. But in terms of like the scents, for the scents, let me tell you what scents they have, okay? They have cinnamon gingerbread, salted caramel, peppermint mocha, spiced pumpkin teeny. They have rose water, lily of the valley, aloe you, which is aloe vera. They have coconut, which is called beach cocoa. They have berry bliss, mango passion, velvet peach, vanilla blossom, citrus grove, I think is the one that Jason has, frosted mint, appalicious, pure lavender, wild watermelon, lemon lime spritz, blue sandalwood, rainwater, and then last but not least, unscented. So those are the many, many, many spells that Touchland has for their hand sanitizer sprays. Yes, they do have unscented. Yes, they have unscented one, they have regular scents, and then they also have limited edition scents. And so the ones that you heard, like peppermint mocha, that's limited for the season. Same thing too with some other ones. The rose water and the lily of the valley are premium apparently, so they cost a little bit more. They're $16. But the regular ones, like I mentioned earlier, like mango passion, all that, are about $10. Yeah, they have them at Sephora. Sephora carries them. At least that's where we always think about when we think of where to get these sanitizers from. They do sell them on Amazon too, but if you want to like sample the smells in person, I recommend Sephora. All right, okay. But yes, I have to go now. If I keep staying here, I'm gonna keep chatting for longer. And so I need to lock in and pack. It's crunch time. But thank you so much everyone for stopping by today. I had so much fun packing and just chatting with y'all. And I'm so glad that we got to chat a little bit before I head out for TwitchCon weekend. Like I said, I'll be away officially from 16th up until the 21st. And so I'll do a proper announcement in the Discord. But yeah, I will tell you all about the details soon. But yeah, I'm not leaving forever. I'll be back. I'll be updating all that jazz too. So don't worry. You'll get to see all the updates. Obviously not live because I don't want any like stream snipers or Twitter snipers, I guess you could say. But I'll update them like as I leave the place, you know? Or like the next day afterwards. Cool, thank you everyone. Thank you for coming by here for today's really fun stream, and I hope you have a very, very lovely week and a lovely weekend. Even if you're not attending TwitchCon, I hope you have the most fun. It's still October, it's still spoopy, and so I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Okay, I think I have someone that I'm gonna send you guys over to. Okay, let me just make sure that they're still streaming and that they're not heading off soon. Okay, alright, okay. The person I'm gonna send you guys over to is going to be... I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys over to... Kelly! Kelly is currently playing the really cute game that I liked. It's called Rental. It's the one with the really cute bunny horror game. Right? It's not too scary, but yeah. This is her last stream before TwitchCon as well. And so let's go say hi. Let's go say hi to Kelly. Let's do Elveira Brave. TwitchCon hype! Alright, this is the message. If you guys are subby, if you guys are not a subby, you can copy this message right here. Okay. And if you guys want to check out my links, once again, my links are right there. If you guys are watching on the Twitch side, if you guys are watching on the YouTube side, my links are down below in the description. But once again, if you guys want to get updates, I'll be updating on Twitter, I'll be updating in the Discord, and I'll also be updating on Blue Sky. But Blue Sky, I would say, is going to be probably my lowest priority, since as of right now, I still don't know how to log back in. So I would probably stay updated on Twitter as well as on Discord. But yeah, that's it for me. And the raid is going to start as of right now. Okay. Alright. Raid. Start. Alright, everyone! Let me head on over to this scene, even though it's not nighttime. Alright, I usually say goodbye on this scene, so here we go! Thank you so much, everyone, for all of the follows, all the subs, gift subs, the resubs, the bits, the raids, and most importantly, thank you so much for your time. I am so excited to go to TwitchCon. I'm excited to meet some of y'all, and I'm also excited to come back and tell you guys everything that happens. So please look forward to my return stream on the 21st, aka Tuesday. But I'll see you guys after TwitchCon, okay? Don't forget to hydrate, don't forget to stretch, don't forget to stand up and walk around if you've been sitting down all day. And most importantly, please don't forget to be kind to others and especially to yourself. I'll see you guys again soon, okay? Bye bye! Matane! I'm gonna go touch some grass and concrete.